Oh, Winton, no!
Okay. Wow, it still says I'm streaming Celeste. That's hilarious. I am not streaming Celeste. Wow, it still says I'm streaming Celeste. That's hilarious. Boshek and Yonko, can you just do a test sound just so I can see how levels are?
I'm speaking in Boshek.
Yeah.
I'm testing the sound on your system.
Sound pretty nice and clear.
Yeah. I'm testing the sound on your system.
Nice and clear.
Okay.
Testing.
That looks pretty good. Thank you. That'll work.
Nice and clear, brother. Loud and proud.
Tried so far and farred so far.
Baptiste, get your big-headed ass down, bro. Why are your head up there fighting her? Bro,
He's a
just
big, strong, independent bat boy.
Here, if you don't mind, Matthew. I've been calling you Matthew lately, and it's weirding me out.
It's weird me. Yeah, you're my mom or girlfriend. That's the only people that call me Matthew. For some reason, when I start dating someone, they go from calling me Matt to Matthew completely unprompted, automatically. Right. It's the weirdest shit.
Can you go to that link I just put in general chat? Just kind of like see if it's like audible to you at all. It looked a little quiet even at max volume, but like let me know.
Let's see. Oh man, I'm viewing you. Say stuff.
Hello. Stuff. I'm doing things, and we're talking, and we're doing the things.
You're like 5% quieter on the stream.
Okay.
But like not much.
Okay. I think I can maybe just live with that.
Bro, can I please get someone on point with me?
Oh man, my microphone does sound like a potato compared to yours, though. I don't know what we're on the same headset, quite literally.
Potato microphone, though.
That's my sister that just showed up in the stream. It's so funny. Apparently, she's still subscribed to me on Twitch.
Oh yes, sis.
My computer wants me to click something. It's like the OBS has prompted me for something, but I don't know where it is. So I'm just like in this. Oh, you just closed there. There it is. Use the docs menu. Okay.
OBS.
All right. Yeah, I don't really know exactly. I guess I could turn you up in Discord. I guess that's the way to do it. Yeah. There you go. So you think I should turn you up just a little bit? Boshik?
Yes, indeed. What?
Okay. You think I should turn you up a little bit in Discord? I'll take it as a yes.
No, probably not. I mean, like, I'm loud enough. I'm just, my sound quality is not as good as yours, generally.
I see. Okay. Yonko, feel free to join after your game if you want, but we're just going to hop out into a different channel to do this.
Okay.
Okay.
You're in a different channel? Or are you going to be hop on Twitch?
Well, I'm on both. I'm going to hop in another channel and we're streaming.
Yeah, he's using Discord to mix the audio streams. So we're going to hop over to in-game stream, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing.
You have a channel for that.
Yes.
Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. All right.
We have a channel for that. Okay.
All right, I'm just going to switch my scenes around just to make sure everything works here. Okay.
I need to figure out what is going on between your headset and my headset. Your microphone is much clearer, and I don't know if it's like the processing settings you're using or what, but I am definitely the less professional sounding audio.
That's so weird.
It's very strange.
Do you have the last gen? Right, because there was 2 gens of this headset.
No, it's the V2 for sure.
Weird.
It's the current gen, supposedly.
I hate when we live in a society.
Yeah, maybe it's. I have a theory.
It could be bunnies.
I mean, it could be. I might not be plugged into the the fastest USB on my tower with this thing, for the sake of convenience.
Gotcha. That's true, actually. I don't know, like USB 3. I've never known which ones are actually USB 3. Ooh,
He's about to make a name for himself.
About to make a name for myself. All right. So I'm just gonna stage this in training in case we need it. All right.
And this is just you guys going over the general patch, correct though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the
Nice.
season 18 notes were released ahead of time so that the community can go over it.
Oh, okay. Because I know those are more like lengthy, yeah.
They are.
They are pretty lengthy, yeah.
You don't have to do it. I was just saying you can if you want.
Oh, bro, about to read a whole essay to you? Bro, is this like the fucking Supreme Court meeting or some shit?
You get to read an essay.
It is the Supreme Court meeting, yes.
You've been invited to an exclusive patch note reading with Next at Next Level Dota, and Next Level Overwatch now.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I mean, I think Stadium is gonna be the future of Overwatch. All you gotta do is incorporate it to like normal play, then it's a wrap, bro. This will be Overwatch.
Hell yeah.
Even every quick play would be Stadium.
All right, well, get with it or get out, because we're about to start.
I'm here.
Okay. All right.
I'm here. I ain't leaving.
All right. So I'm starting. I'm gonna kind of be jumping around. Like, here's the link again in the general chat. But what we said last time was it was jarring to like jump from Zenyatta changes in vanilla to then jump later, like go through every hero and then only to come back to Zenyatta with Stadium. So we want to do it side by side. So I've got on the stream, I've got two like columns, like I've got a split screen. So that I'm going to try to do things one-to-one. So if you can just like look at the stream if you want for where I'm at, or you can just whatever follow along with the link.
Yeah, there is a significant amount of delay on the stream.
Yeah.
I'm also getting weirdly low stream quality. I can't. It's the. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but it's very pixelated for me at least.
Yeah. Here, let me hit up
quality.
Cyberfay.
I'm just gonna like 1080p. Oh no, I got it. It's all good now.
Can you actually choose?
Yeah, it was on
what
auto.
What the hell?
And I hit it to 1080, and it's like, oh, now it's better. I'm like, I am not having bandwidth issues though, so I don't know why it chose that.
And you guys sent me the link for the Twitch, correct?
Oh yeah, sure. It's up in general chat. I added Bojack. It's Next Level. That was my old name. I'm Next at Next Level, the organization Next Level, and I'm Next of Next Level. Wow, branding.
Yeah.
No, but
that big brando.
Probably going to be more Zephyr in the Overwatch world. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, it's like why I can't have two names. It's not how that names work. Oh, okay, Overwatch. Oh, hey, look at it's your account. Nice. I guess I could have logged in. Yeah, although I might be streaming under the. It sounds like the Stadium Builds IO Twitch, so we'll see.
Damn, dude. Did we team kill them? Oh, GG.
Yonko, what did I say? You can't be. I like you, Yonko, but you can't be doing that. Come on. All right.
Yeah, we're here for the patch notes, not the gaming.
Yeah, let me. You got a second because I'm just gonna broadcast this out to the Stadium Builds that we're gonna start here in a second, and if people feel like joining here.
Sorry, I'm very animated. Forgive me.
No, that's good. That we want that. Just we got to be animated on the same page, you know. Just unfettered ADHD is it's no bueno especially for non-ADHD people. Let's see. Just looking for there's a self-promotion channel real quick. There it is.
I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
All right, let's do it. I put out the socials.
Sorry, my internet dropped for a second.
Hell yeah, perfect timing. All right, so I'm starting at the top actually. So we'll jump around, but like I'm definitely going to skip over anything that's vanilla Overwatch. We're going to skip over any perks, and of course that means skipping over any heroes that are being changed in vanilla that aren't in the stadium right now. All right, I'm just gonna read it off. Season 18, quick play reshapes the current. The PvP refresh. Let's look and see if there's anything new here. So the payload race, we'll look at this a little bit more, but did you see that from the trailer? It actually looks kind of cool. So it's actually 2 payloads. Sure. Yeah. So I assume
you guys should be pretty tactical with that.
Yeah, like I'm assuming like how you split your team to like allocate like, oh, our DPS are gonna go fuck with them. And
yeah, and the interesting thing I read was that like there is no like partial victory in this. You must get your sled to the end in order to score.
Oh,
so it's not like that is the thing that seems the newest to me.
That's awesome. I love that. So maybe like, what are we thinking? Like, I almost think like a DPS and like an offensive healer would be like the best to send over to their squad. You know, obviously, if their entire team's over there, then maybe
I mean that, or you have like somebody protecting an Ana on your point to drive your point while healing on the other objective.
That's
right?
A good point. Yeah, you're right. That's probably the main. I could see like if they're if their whole team's over there, I imagine like sending over a Mei or a Reaper, someone who could just live forever just to stall their point, you know? Like
this could also be a really good application for battle medic soldiers to like flex between.
Oh shit!
It could be powerful area heal applications.
New meta. You heard it here, folks. All right, moving on. PvP system refresh resets the competitive playfield. What is that referring to? Because I actually heard that Stadium, you're not resetting your rank. Like, you're going to stay Legend, actually.
Oh, I thought it was a universal rank reset again.
Maybe. We'll find it out. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, yeah.
That was just hearsay.
I remember being disappointed to see it because I suspected it was going to be the other way, but. Yeah, let's look for that.
All right, hero progression. Moving on here. Advanced information panel. Yep, some more stats. That's going to be good. It isn't Stadium, by the way, though. So this feature is not supported to calculate for Stadium powers and items, unfortunately. But it still will be useful for vanilla mechanics, though. Of course, that'll be nice. Moving on. Real time.
Players can now use mouse and keyboard to natively. What?
Play Overwatch 2 if they prefer not to use a controller.
I believe they're still PC pooled once you have that thing plugged in.
Yes, I believe that's true. When it comes to matchmaking pools, PC pool and console pool will now be referred to as the mouse and keyboard pool. Yes, and the controller pool.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
That is the way it should be. Yeah.
I mean, not to tip my hand too hard, but here's hoping Overwatch releases in reasonable fidelity for Switch 2, and we can play on the go. That would be a lot of fun.
That's real. All right, let's see. First time user experience. Hey, everyone has access to every hero. Hey, competitive play updates. Hero skill rating. I don't think this relates. I don't think I care. I don't think I care. Okay, skill rank reset.
I mean, everyone has access to every hero. That's interesting, but it's also we're going to see an uptick in smurfing.
That is true. Well, they already have the thing where you need a phone number. So, but people can spoof that or whatever. But I mean, it's like $5.
I feel like that was like the last deterrent for somebody just like spamming blank accounts was hero restrictions. That's the one thing I see in favor of it. But overall, I think it's a good change.
Well, you still have to pay $5. Like even with the know-how to spoof a number to get a new account, like you have to. Yeah,
you gotta pay.
No, I'm saying like you have to have a number for a new account, like a literal phone number.
Aye.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Skill rank reset. With a huge wave of new perks and tuning to existing perks, the soft reset is designed to put players on an even playing field and give them a chance to climb even higher than ever before. The highest ranks have been tuned again to include a higher percentage of the player population once players are well calibrated. All ranks in role queue and open queue and competitive play have been reset to unranked, and all players will need to complete their respective 10 placement matches. Hero skill ratings have also been soft reset. So wait, it doesn't say stadium specifically though. So I think I'm still. It's open for me. I don't really know. Okay. Hero updates. Armor still reduces. Okay, so now we're actually into the hero updates, everybody. So here we go. Armor still reduces incoming damage by 7, up to a maximum of 50% of the damage received. Right. So it's a static amount, and then if that is like if it's like Reaper and it's individual pellets, then the max it can mitigate from each pellet is 50%. Right. Yeah. I think. Combined damage reduction in armor can no longer exceed 50% unless an ability increases it past that point, such as Ramatra's block or Hazard's block. Wow, so it's just 50% across the board. It was different for each hero before.
Interesting.
Like obviously, Doomfist and stuff, his block was like, I believe 75% or something. So there were caps, individual abilities that would put it over. But
it's definitely going to make it less esoteric for new players to figure this out now, just because it is less to learn that way, but I'm not sure I like it.
Oh, in cases where total damage reduction already exceeds 50% before armor is applied, armor will have no additional effect. Okay, so those abilities still do mitigate over, but it's specifically saying that like the combined effect of both can never be over 50%. I see. Yes, so that is simpler. You're correct. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, I'm not going to read that because we all know how armor works. It was broken.
But I want it to still be broken. I love it.
We're ignoring perks. We're ignoring Doomfist. Scrolling. Okay, let's see if there's any non-perk changes. There isn't. Willy Willy. When we're calling... Wait, is this a perk? Did they just not list it? It's pretty secret. I'm assuming that is... Yeah, I'm assuming that's a perk or something. Mauga, Arisa, perk. Wow, is it seriously just all perk changes? That's wild. Ramatra has been... Well, actually, sorry. I actually thought Ramatra was being added to Stadium, like, up until, like, a week ago. And I'm like, oh, it's fucking Winston. I think that was when they changed the roadmap. Reinhardt, all perks. I'm just scanning for anything that's not a perk. Bear with me. Pardon our dust. Here we go. Base health reduced from 275 to 250 for Cassidy. Get wrecked. Sorry, as a support player. No, sorry, Cassidy players.
I mean, rippling into Stadium, that's going to be huge. It's going to probably make them less absurdly wealthy in the early game, if they're forced to be more careful.
Yeah, specifically for good Cassidys. Most Cassidys don't get a lot of cash. Certainly not me when I play Cassidy, which is like literally once ever. But
yeah, I'm just speaking as a Ryan who hates playing it. I want them to get squished early.
For sure. Looking at the chat, I'm sorry for ignoring you, chat. I'm just so engrossed in the patch notes. Wow. I think this falls under wifey privileges. That is true.
Mr. Overwatch said it's watching time. Overwatch all over, yeah.
Oh, the cyber vapors. Oh yeah, I made you a mod, right? Well granted. Good. I should make Dandelion Wine a mod as well, but I don't know how to do that anymore. I can't do it from this weird UI that OBS is prompting me. It's pretty cool though. Go away. It's not what I want. All right, moving on. I should probably have some like chill music playing in the background.
I can provide it with my voice if you want. It's like
Will I get copyright struck if I use lo-fi hip-hop radio?
I mean, probably.
That's fine.
You probably get copyright struck even if we use the victory music from Final Fantasy VII from this voice chat. I mean, like, it happens quick and harshly.
That's hilarious. All right. I put something on there. Junkrats. Junkrat, really? We don't see a lot of Junkrats in Stadium. I do expect some buffs, but we'll see. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like there's certain annoying heroes that like should be not strong because when they're strong, it takes over the meta. You know, like nobody wants them strong. They're a niche thing that if you happen to be very good at them, then play them or whatever. But like, yeah. Sorry, I'm making sure the music isn't too loud. Okay. Reaper, Sojourn, Soldier perks. Blast
yeah, lots of
this.
perks and very few balance changes.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely, like, I really want to read these for vanilla, but that's not today. Today is a stadium day.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are just outright removed that I'm a little mad about, but oh well.
For sure. Wife lever is not in stadium, but he's got his health nerf. No! Alright, sorry, moving on. That's vanilla. Why does this person have a bunch of perks? Oh, I see. They like removed a bunch. Right. They really reworked Moira's perks. Okay. Wu Yang. Okay, Zenyatta. Here we go. Ultimate cost increased by 9%. I will agree. For some reason, it feels like in Stadium, it's probably because of Inner Peace, but you get a lot of ultimate charge with Zenyatta. Recent Harmony Orb buffs have allowed Zenyatta to charge Transcendence much faster, increasing its cost, helps balance. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm okay with this. That tracks.
It is necessary.
Yes.
I mean, making that less disposable will also prevent, like, you know, emergency Transcendence retreats, which, like, you see them a lot.
It's true. But it's like you stagger so easily in Stadium that, like, it's different compared to, like, normal comp or normal quick play, where it feels like you just threw it for no reason and it's discouraged. But, like, in Stadium, it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, anyways.
But I want to stagger you. Come on.
I think the biggest thing is, a lot of the times, I don't know if the ult is also needed to heal my team. So it's like, oh shit, I'm about to die, and I think my team might be in trouble, so I'm gonna blow it.
Yeah.
And then you definitely find out, like, oh, no, everyone was great. I shouldn't have, well, yeah.
I wonder if this is gonna lead to more people taking the power where you can save part of your Transcendence. Or convert remaining Transcendence time back into ult charge, I think is the power. But yeah, like if they make it more precious, that might be a more appealing power, especially if they like fix other bugs that we're aware of. You know.
For sure. Okay, so now we're at the sort of introduction again, but this one's timed is it's kind of talking about Stadium Quick Play again, but with a little bit more detail. So let's get into it. Faster, lighter Stadium mode, shorter match times, quicker item economy, backfill support, and crossplay. Oh, interesting. Stadium Quick Play matches play best of 5, meaning the first team to win 3 wins. Powers are granted at rounds 1, 2, 3, and 5. That's awesome. Stadium Quick Play uses an accelerated economy, allowing players to reach the maximum potential of their builds faster. Quick Play uses the same crossplay grouping as matchmaking as unranked Quick Play. You can then group together with your friends regardless of skill level or input pool for Stadium Quick Play matches. Feature backfill, which is great. If you're backfilling a match, you'll be granted a cash amount that is the average to your remaining teammates, and you'll have 1 minute to shop in the armory and equip powers and purchase items while the current round is playing. Dude, that's so crazy. You're gonna feel so pressured to be like, time to buy powers, items. Hopefully you know what you're doing. It'll actually be pretty cool. Like, if you know what you're doing, it'll actually be like, all right, so click, you're in. But, like, if you're like, I'm playing a new hero.
We often leave ourselves standing around a while at this point anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, the rinse and repeat of it all.
Yeah, that's awesome. I could see a world where they just pause the match if they actually had the functionality. Because, like, for example, Dota has pausing functionality where you're, like, you can actually pause the match if someone DCs or something, and like it's literally up to both teams to decide if it unpauses. So essentially they can just keep unpausing and you have a limited number of pauses. So they made a really good system, but I could see that being applied here where it's like, yeah, you have 30 seconds, whatever, to buy your items, and then the game unpauses. But I think
that would be interesting. I mean, I would like to see that happen for DCs as well.
Seriously.
I get why they don't want to have Mercy for that, just because some people are going to use it in bad faith. But like, if you have a team that has at least like a couple of 2-packs in it, and you know for sure that person is coming back, like there should be a more robust system for that.
There's actually a meme in the Dota world because of that, right? Where essentially in tournaments they have rules against pausing like that. You have to have a good reason, and if you didn't, then you get penalized. And so there's a little bit of a validation there, but like there's the gray area of like, oh, I had a reason, but there's suspicion that you made it up or whatever, and you can't prove it. And they call that the puppy pause because it was a guy, one of the famous players from back then. It's called Puppy, and it was just the most unscrupulous, obviously cheating pause imaginable. Like he clearly was doing like essentially be the equivalent of in Overwatch going like blowing your ult and then going pause and then literally talking about what you're going to do next because of that ult usage, right? So it's kind of funny. All right, new stadium map type, payload race. Both teams against the finish on a symmetrical map. Like an escort, push your own payload when standing next to or on top of it. If you contest the opponent's payload, it will stop progress until you are eliminated or pushed away. Payload that is not being escorted will slowly move backwards. Okay, so your own one, unattended, yeah, won't even just stop. It'll go backwards. Interesting. Teams need to coordinate.
Okay,
between...
so
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh no, you keep reading.
Yeah, teams need to coordinate between both pushing their own payload while also trying to slow down progress for their opponents. The map features checkpoints on each team's track to guaranteed progress once the payload crosses that point. So okay, there you go. So you kind of like maybe push to that checkpoint. And then, like, you're kind of okay leaving it if the other team is about to get to their checkpoint, and you can fuck with that. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Now, it looks like... so I just Googled this in a hurry in order to check my math, because earlier I was like, yeah, you need to push the thing all the way to the finish to win. So apparently in the early articles, there was... It was a no time limit mode, and you had to finish. But it looks like they've walked that back, and there is now a timer. Which I'm happy about, actually, because like we've seen some eternal rounds in Flashpoint maps, right? Like things we're just like contesting one thing for ever,
right?
And so if there is no timer or no way to finish without pushing it all the way, that we see way more of that in high level play. So happy to see that they took that away. It would have been a bold choice.
Yeah, right. Just like eternal rounds. Okay, the map checkpoints. Whoever reaches the finish line first or pushes their payload to the furthest when timer expires will claim the round. Yep, absolutely. All right, new stadium maps. Powder Keg Mine. Wow, they see their crews. I'm honest. Like Blizzard appears to be doing a very good job supporting this mode. And I just want to give them kudos. You know, I understand like a bunch of rifts happened, layoffs, like, and I think they've been crunching. And if you're out there, you know, you're definitely not tuning into my stream, obviously, but I just want to say it out into the universe. We appreciate you. So 3 maps. Payload race. On a lost detour from Route 66, you'll race through a not-so-abandoned mine. There's 2 payload races, one with Thamez district.
The Thames, yes.
Is it actually Thames? Okay.
The River Thames in London, yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting, though, because like the other stuff I've seen on this mode has indicated they will have parallel and intersecting courses. So I'm hoping we see one of each with these 2 new maps.
For sure. Yeah, the intersecting thing was like, yes, there's parts of the map where the payloads are further away, right? And then there's parts of the map where it's closer. So that's a really interesting
thing.
I
mean, like an intersecting one, if like you're going the same pace and they're on top of each other, like that, where you station who and why will be fluid at that point.
Right.
That's pretty interesting. Looking forward to trying it out.
All right, and then they added 1 control, Oasis Gardens. All right. Oh, cool. I like Oasis Gardens. Very good.
Yeah, they're being efficient with their recycling protocols. I like that.
Yes. Stadium competitive play updates. New player requirement. New players need to win 10 stadium quick play matches in order to unlock competitive play. Oh, thank God. All right.
Yep. I mean, I'm hoping that... Okay, so that's only a new player requirement. We will not have to do this, obviously.
Yes.
Cool. No,
yeah, it does not apply really to players who played Stadium in Season 16 and 17. Right, so they still have to have...
Oh, right. I wish you still had to have 10 wins generally would be nice.
True, that's fair.
Although, that goes to say, play Stadium now, kids. If you want to circumvent this rule, play it now. Just
that's
one
true.
game, just do it.
Yeah.
Or it says 16 and 17.
Now what we care about...
No, but it says 16, so I wonder if that rule is 16 if you played it at all before 18, or if you must have played in both 16 and 17 for that exception to apply.
I don't trust their text as written skills. They often botch tooltips.
As much as I love what Blizzard's done recently, grammar is not among the things I've enjoyed.
Exactly.
We'll say that.
There's an and/or in there somewhere. All right. Skins. What we all care about. All right. Players who reach. Ooh, here you go. Elite Reinhardt, epic skin, baby.
Yeah.
Elite
and a diva legend. All-star diva. Okay.
And
all right.
All-star diva. All right. Cool. There's no legend skin, man. Come on, give us legend.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Give me something to chase. I mean, obviously I'm gonna do it anyways, but make it even better, bro. All right.
I'm gonna do it in 2 rolls again. Just something.
Mr. Two-roll. He's the two-time legend over here.
I don't think I'm gonna make my hat trick this season, but
Yanko, you haven't said anything. How are you doing? Are you here still?
I think he logged out.
Okay,
he's
not here.
I heard a bidoo.
He's in here.
He got
he's here in spirit.
Yeah.
Dude. All right.
Not only did our viewers leave us, our collaborator also left us. We're just that.
Hey, we have 7 viewers, and I just want to appreciate.
Oh my god!
Welcome in, by the way.
7 viewers, fucking awesome.
I just want to thank you for being here and just have a good time. We're just gonna go through. We haven't gotten to the fun part yet. Obviously, the stadium patch notes. We're big on theory crafting, so we're gonna see some of the. If you want the hot tricks, if you want all of the dope exploits and bugs, you're at the right place. And we're gonna be casting the StadiumBuilds.io tournament, and so you're gonna see me there. And I'll probably be streaming over on their channel at that time. But yeah, welcome. All right, moving on. Competitive play grouping restrictions. Rookie, novice, contender, and elite players will have no grouping restrictions. Pro players can group within 15 divisions. So that's 3 ranks, right? So pro players can group with elite, contender, and novice, but not rookie. All-star is 10, which means they can group with pro and elite. And legend is only 5. That's crazy. So when you solo queue as legend, everyone's an all-star or above. That's pretty. Yeah. That's pretty wild. Pretty cool. All right, lever compensation. Players who have levers outside of their own group during a stadium competitive match will have reduced points lost whenever there is a lever.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
That's huge. That's nice. I mean, it's still gonna suck a little, but
you love to see it,
Yeah.
It's like you hate to see it, but you hate to love it. Whatever. This compensation will be reduced at higher leagues. Interesting. So at higher league, right? Because it happens less often. And the whole point of this, I think, is to prevent win trading or whatever. Yeah. Players who still leave stadium competitive play matches will receive the full loss penalty, of course. Dynamic stadium point adjustments. Stadium points earned or lost from stadium competitive play matches are no longer a fixed amount. Stadium points earned or lost are now dynamically determined for every match based on your current and predicted rank. This change should help you find your expected rank much faster at the start of every season. Okay, so this implies that it is reset, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Players with large.
I saw that on the first preview notice from Blizzard.
I see.
Everything is getting reset again, just completely nuked.
Very cool. I mean, I get it, I guess, but and this. I'm glad this helps, right? Because it needs to be that there's not just this frenzy of essentially no matchmaking at the beginning of a season. That feels painful.
Yes.
I don't know. I just feel like they should understand not keeping your rank, but they should literally start you out of novice, right? Start me at pro if I'm a legend, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would be better. I mean, they might rush you there fast enough that it'll be like, okay, you won once and your stats are good. Okay, now you're all-star. Fine.
I feel bad for all the rookies. You know what I mean?
We also had those matches when you and I were just starting in stadium, and we had that a couple of days where the matches were extremely uneven until the extremely good people passed us into the heavens, and then we could chase them. So that is going to happen again.
Right, for sure. No, for sure. And I just noticed StadiumBuilds.io actually is here in the chat. Welcome, hi, yes. Well, hey, this is just a whatever trial run. I honestly just do this as a tech test essentially. But hey, if we want to do the patch analysis on that stream too, that's very possible. So we'll talk about that. All right. let's see. Players with larger gaps will progress faster. Players are protected from rank loss until they get close to their predicted rank, no matter which league they're in. Loser consolation. When a player loses a competitive game, each individual round now grants stadium points towards their rank and competitive points. Okay, that's interesting. Meow, meow. Stadium cash. All right, all right. That money on the in-game scoreboard. Stadium cash now respects the round and match option, displaying which option is selected in the scoreboard header and persisted across rounds. Yeah, okay. Only resetting at the start of a new match. I'm not exactly sure what this means. Which option is selected?
Oh, so it looks like you'll be able to see just the cash that you earn that round, like it's the damage for that round, instead of seeing the cumulative for every in every menu.
Interesting. All right.
I kind of wish that would be the case too, just because so it's like if you slum it the first 2 rounds and you're like building for something R3, then your team won't yell at you when you still look anemic R3. Like that is
right.
Yeah, that might be nice, especially for like late AP builds.
Yeah. The third-person camera's height smoothing is more natural, adjust to the hero's vertical positioning. Update the third-person camera's local player transparency behavior to fade the hero in and out over a short duration. Previously instantly switch between transparent and opaque. Update the third-person camera to add a short duration over which the camera's distance from the player is smooth when there's no longer anything behind the camera previously blocking it.
Love that.
Okay. Update Reinhardt to no longer force the camera to ground level when first starting to hold the
Thank
barrier.
you! Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's enormous.
Yep, there you go. We got a Reinhardt enjoyer over here. Boshek is the man. Improve the fidelity of motion of the third-person camera as it transitions to new offsets away from the hero. Aim assist now works correctly when using third-person camera in Stadium. Aim assist puke emoji. Stadium control settings. All right, I'm probably gonna burst through this. I'm getting restless. I want to get to the good stuff. Okay. Oh. New third-person perspective option to show an indicator to wherever you are in melee range of an opponent that can be toggled on. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of interesting. This was one of my frictions for using third-person, was like I didn't know when I was in melee range, and so like the new tuning of like am I or am I not. So this would allow you to display an indicator. That's pretty cool, actually.
That is nice, yeah.
Adding new scoping camera options for Anna and Ash, or add that will dynamically swap Lucio's third-person camera sides when wall riding. Oh, there you go, dude.
Okay,
That's
yeah, no, that is nice, yeah.
Damn, man, I feel like this is actually
really
like a Lucio buff.
It is. That's actually kind of huge. I mean, I've seen this be polarizing, but I do think Lucio is better played in third person for a lot of reasons, including like positioning and like seeing who's behind you for heals or whatever. But this was very annoying, and I'm kind of thrilled about this. I think they should take this a step further and like add an option to toggle which shoulder you're over for everybody, just like a hotkey for that.
Well, no, they do. They do
so
have that.
Cool. A hotkey? I thought you had to like choose it.
Well, not so you can't swap between first and third person with a hotkey if that's what you're talking about, but you can swap shoulders with a hotkey.
Oh, okay, that's new to me. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, you're a soldier player now too, and I forget you do that first person.
I play him first. Yeah, I
okay.
I tried third, but not meshed well.
Exactly. But no, literally, like I feel like this is literally a Lucio buff because like, and I feel like they can theoretically do this for almost every hero. If you're just like resting up against a wall and I don't know, I feel like they should be able to detect like, hey, your left shoulder is against a wall and you clearly want to look over this wall. Like I don't know.
That I think I would find jarring if it was doing that automatically when it wasn't necessary.
That's fair. I guess it would adjust your cursor. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, but in that way though, this is something Lucio can do, and like I feel like this is such a good thing. Like it makes it's one less thing you have to push as Lucio, and he already has a frenetic like gameplay style, right? So taking one thing away that you have to do is kind of awesome.
While we're on that point though, like a hotkey to switch between first and third person in game would be kind of awesome. Because there are some heroes I would very much enjoy that for, especially if you're like, you know, say like you're an Ashe or something and you're transitioning from a brawl to looking down the lane or whatever. Like you might want to choose different things for different applications. Like I don't see why there's a limit there. Because we've seen, like with heroes like Reinhardt and stuff, we've seen their ability to make that transition seamless, right? So why not just do it for everybody and have a hotkey for it in game? because they would also eliminate that annoying section of chat where everyone's like, "Hey, how do I get out of third person, whatever." It's a hotkey would be awesome.
For sure. Yeah, I think they said that they were considering that, but they're keeping an eye on it, basically. All right. Armory and hero build UI. You can now see what weapons, abilities, and passes are affected for each stadium modification type when you hover over that stat in the detailed. Okay, that's interesting. I'm curious to see how this combines with the bugs that I know of, where Genji, for example, benefits from ability power and weapon power. So we'll see how that goes. There's now new Armory footer toggle to quickly display the detailed build view. Cool. Reduce the respawn timer during overtime in stadium matches by 2 seconds. That's interesting. There's some maps where I think this is going to be very impactful, where it's like you're kind of already pretty close to the point. And I forget like which ones this is, but like there's a couple that this is true for. I feel like, oh man, the maps where the Flashpoint maps, right? Like you're already so close. And in overtime,
right?
Like this exacerbates an already a strong effect where those maps, it felt like you're just being zerged by their team. It's almost like impossible to get that second point. So unless there's a different change, I expect, like in a vacuum, this is an insane change. Oh, right here, spawn points on Temple of Anubis have been pushed back, and it now takes about 1.5 seconds more to reach the objective. But this isn't true for Hanaoka. So, interesting.
Oh man, no, yeah. So that's going to be interesting. No, the reduced respawn timer, it's just going to exacerbate the effect of like eternal struggle over center point.
I mean, sometimes it's fun, but at the same time it's just like, this feels futile, especially when you get staggered at the end of a loss there. So like, and then you're like, oh, I'm dumping everything because why not, and I'm using ultimates, and then it's like, oh fuck, we just lost the fight and now I don't have ultimate, and now I'm staggered because my respawn is all the way back. Like, yeah, I don't know.
The number of matches that end in us saying I need a cigarette are going to increase. Like, it's just, that's the result of this change.
Yeah. All right, we made it. Here we go. Stadium balance updates. Get ready, everybody. Get your gamer posture on, posture check, rest your shoulders. You are now manually breathing. You're now manually blinking. Let's go. Diva's defense matrix and Toki Slam builds have been overperforming compared to other tank options, giving her too much consistency across different situations. We are tuning both down slightly to bring their effectiveness more in line with other tanks, ensuring healthier balance and more diverse build choices. Toki Slam, decreased damage to 25%, down from 30%, and of course this is percentage of armor, so that's that.
I mean, I was frankly surprised to see Toki Slam creep into the meta so suddenly. I'm glad they're nerfing it, but it was one of those very weird mid-season things where, like, wait, suddenly everyone is choosing it when it used to be a joke.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think they shadow buffed it at some point. Like some kind of the base damage or something.
Or someone figured out some tech and spread it like a virus, and that because we see that happen time to time.
Yeah.
A discovery occurs, and then everyone's like, oh, that's how it was supposed to happen the whole time.
Yeah. Real. All right. Face tanking power decreased healing to 40%, down from 50% of damage absorbed, I believe, through Matrix. Mitigated.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Junker Queen. Time to sharpen the blade. Oh no. Junker Queen's axe has been stealing the spotlight for a while now, but we want her knife and blade build to be cut in the action too. Agree, because they did do royal bullets, like the gun feel felt good, and that build was viable. But yeah, the knife, there's a couple knife builds that were literally, you would never see them. With more enemies taken to the skies this season, this buff gives her the edge she needs to bring them crashing back down. Merciless magnetism power. Increased distance to 45 meters, up from 15 meters. All right, so this is where I'm actually going to want to refer to the actual power itself. So I'm going to hop real quick into the game. And let me know if you actually know what these are, but...
Yeah, I do not enjoy the queen, so...
Not a queen.
Let us refer.
Yes. Alright, so Merciless Magnetism. Use Commanding Shout, causes your Jagged Blade to home in on a target within 15 meters. So this is now Yep, 25 meters. Wow. Okay, so that's a large distance. Cool. I don't know. It depends on the homing, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of cases where the homing, just like won't hit especially if they use like a movement ability. So I feel like it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean for like soldiers' rockets, for example, it's like it only works if they're a certain distance away already, or there's like a minimum curvature or something like that.
Right.
So yeah, I mean I don't know what the turning radius is like on that, but this does seem pretty devastating as an upgrade.
Yep. All right, twist the knife, power, increase duration to 2 seconds, up from 1. Twist the knife is where is it? Okay, there it is. Critical hits extend, scattergun critical hits extend the duration of all wounds on the target by 1 second. Okay, wow, really? Because this was the royal bullet, essentially the royal bullets build. I'm switching my camera back. So there we go. Now it's 2 seconds. So they didn't even take it up to 1.5. Now it's 2. That's interesting.
This seems like one of those things they're going to over-adjust at the beginning of the season to like cause excitement and then walk it back.
Yeah. I'm going to jump forward for a second to royal bullets because that is where this would synergize. So decrease duration to 2 seconds down from 3. So, okay. I mean, there's a higher sensitivity window where you don't chain it with Twist the Knife. But I mean, I feel like most people are going to chain this. Like, this is not going to be a problem. So that is a build. Holy shit, that's a build. All right. Am I okay? Looking at my screen. Blade Parade, power, decreased charge time from 0.65 down from 1 second. Blade Parade was holding Jagged Blade charges it, increasing its damage by up to 100% and causing it to knock back. Okay, so now the charging time is better. Takes faster to charge. All right, very cool. Which, by the way, does the speed increase? I don't know. It doesn't say it does. So I would expect this would synergize if you were doing like a heat-seeking power. But I think it's just the damage. But I could be wrong. Correct me in the chat if you know any dank knowledge here. Cut 'em up, Gracie. Power added. Hit enemies are slowed by 35% for 1 second.
Whoa.
Cut 'em up, Gracie is. I feel like I have a knack for just literally missing it. There it is. Each enemy hit by Jagged Blade reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds. So not only are they going to reduce the cooldown, but they're going to be slowed pretty significantly on the way back. So theoretically, you can just like keep doing it over and over, right, and really fucking with the team's positioning. That is kind of crazy.
And it's not hit enemies. It doesn't need to be the one that's stuck, I don't think, right? It just, as long as it passed through them on the way there or the way back, they'll still get that slow effect, right?
Correct. Yeah.
All right,
so it's direct hits and it's coming back. Yeah, which is
the plural nature of that makes it pretty devastating if that's real.
For sure. Cool. Royal Bullet. Well, I think isn't there like a width thing? I think there was something about the width of the. Yeah, there's an item that increases the width. I think, or something like that. I'm just kind of guessing. I'm totally gonna.
Yeah, I mean, like for a character like this, one of whose cooldowns does depend on how many people you can hit, right? So axe at a base level, the more people you hit with it, the lower the cooldown actually is, just in vanilla, right? So if you can create a slow field and corral them before doing that, right, it's gonna stack. That's gonna be pretty cool.
For sure. Yeah, I was just looking at some of the items as well. Yeah. Anyways, all right, moving on. Royal Bullets, we talked about that. Removed distance condition. Oh, I didn't actually read that. So currently it says within 15 meters, but now, okay, all right. That is nice. Actually, I'm scared of this now because it is actually so easy to crit on people at long range because it's a flat cannon, right? There's so many bullets there. It's like Reaper. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm scared. Well, luckily, JQ is a very counterable hero with anti-heal and Cyber Venom and Liquid Nitrogen. But, all right. Throw Battle Power. Increased heal to 100%, up from 50. Thrill of Battle was also heals allies. Adrenaline Rush also heals allies within 12 meters for 50% of the amount it heals you. Now it's 100%.
We also got Mazilano throwing in support. Junker Queen is real with the buff of Thrill of Battle.
Dude, well, okay. Here's the deal, though. This probably also generates cash and ult charge, as we know. So that is huge, if true. Big, if true.
Yeah.
So you combine both of these, right? Like all this is synergistic. So if you just go Royal Bullets and you're applying, maybe even you go Reckoner's Roar with the applying a bleed on your shout to everybody within 10 meters, and then you're renewing that with Royal Bullets. You're adding on to that with Royal Bullets, or you're renewing it with Twist the Knife. And then you're getting Thrill of Battle to heal. I feel like your uptime on bleed is going to be so insane, and you're going to be healing your entire team so much. Holy crap. Not to mention, your ult is going to heal all your allies as well, like that much. The heal from her ult, is actually insane, and you're going to be healing all of your team with that. You have to be near them, of course. It's 12 meters. And your ult tends to take her away, so you're going to have to get back to your team, but you get the idea. Interesting. All right, I'm a little scared of that. Thank you, Modzilano. I agree. Yeah, support Junker Queen. Just generating absolute insane amounts of cash. And, Bigger Magnet, rare ability hero item, now pulls downward if the enemy is airborne. So that is Jagged Blade's pull strength is increased by 35%, and it also gives 10 ability power, and now will also drag them downward. Is it like directly downward? That's interesting. Because you'd almost in some situations want it to pull directly towards you, I imagine. But so if it's like literally,
yeah, I'm hoping it's like a Ramatra field almost, and just like puts Farah directly on the ground.
So yeah, okay, I'm kind of
bigger magnet. Apply Farah directly to the ground.
Magnets, how do they work? So hold on. Here's a test, right? If this is true that this sends you downward, what if you jump the moment she pulls you? Do you no longer get pulled towards her because you just literally jumped off the ground? You were considered airborne, and then you just...
I guess it depends on like what it considers airborne. Like if they're building off the same model that Aerial Distressor works from, like for example, a short jump doesn't do it, but it's like a certain amount off the ground, or like whether you get shattered by Rhine, right? There's a tolerance.
Right.
Like a small jump won't do it.
So I'm kind of I don't know. Maybe they'll do something where it's like you have to be airborne enough over the ground, like 10 meters, 15 meters or something, because that would prevent that. But like text is written, this is problematic for Junker.
Yeah, we can speculate on this a lot, but like I'm just looking forward to getting my hands on it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I should probably go faster. Sorry, everybody, but these tend to be long. The Dota patch notes, for example, take hours to get through. All right, but let's not make it hours. All right, Sigma's going through a series of balance updates aimed at smoothing out his overall performance. One of the toughest matchups has been against brawlers who can charge in and overwhelm him. This update is part of the ongoing improvements to give Sigma more tools to hold his ground and perform better in those high-pressure encounters. Well, what this is not speaking to is how powerful he is at range, which some people are very much happy with how that looks, but I suppose it is very punishing. So let's take a look. Zero gravity. Let me switch over on my.
Consider now though that he's also going to be playing into Monkey for the first time, which means he's going to get messed with up close and personal.
That's fair. Obviously. That is fair. Very fair. Zero gravity.
Before it was just like, if there's a brawly Rhine, he really can't do much. But even so, I still like to keep a distance for like shield on accretion, right? But it's Monkey, I think, is what this is aimed at.
For sure. Okay. So while flying, gain 10% damage reduction. Now, again, there's implications to this. So one, this power is actually already pretty good against like Mei. You can't get walled, and you have a pretty good angle with your. So like actually this assists with that. So I actually didn't think about it, but this assists with that divey nature. If it is Reaper or whatever Cassidy or Risa that are just charging at you, just even without this change, the flight would let you kind of kite them and get that nice hyperloop distance. Right, hyperspheres, sorry, to actually get those nice hits. But now you get damage reduction. But here's the thing, if you're jumping, you probably also just get that damage reduction as well, right? Unless it's saying
it's
while
the same,
flying due to this ability, right?
I think it's the same problem as we touched on before. Like, what's the tolerance? So I think it will be like an aerial thing, but like, what's the height at which that happens? Because and will it apply to something like if he's tossed by like a rat mine?
Exactly. So text as written, you could say that this is anything, just jumping. But you could also say it's like it's a note as part of this thing. So it's saying like while flying due to this ability is really what it should say. Gain 10% damage reduction. All right. The harness.
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me.
Ability
That's that's devastating. So yeah, no, that's his the accretion builds use this. It's 50% accretion explosion radius and 25% ability power on the same item already, and now they're adding 15% lifesteal to that. So like a close range accretion will be like tantamount to just Reaper shooting you in the face at that point.
Right.
That's huge. That's going to be a monkey basher.
Yeah. That's a pretty. I mean, that's such a stat efficient item too. 25 ability power and 15% ability lifesteal. Like,
I mean, plus the explosion radius. So like, keep in mind that 15% is going to apply to everything in that radius. So if you're brawling with a lot of people and it hits multiple, he's going to have some massive heal numbers. Not that he didn't already.
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like they need to do a better job of like not making these items so stat efficient. Like, because then I don't know, you never want it to be the case where it's like, oh yeah, I lock in this item like no matter what. Like just due to the stats even. Like essentially if you're maybe, like, for example, if there was another ability power build that wasn't focused around accretion, which is kind of his only ability or whatever, but you get the idea. Like just like so much stats, like what the.
But also, yeah, at 11,000, it's an investment. I mean, it's not going to be an early round pick, for example. I mean, like it's not like as problematic as number one single, where you spend $4,000 and get every stat that matters plus a power, right? So it's
right.
No one at Blizzard should listen to that statement, but whatever.
All right. Winston added to the stadium roster. Okay, so this is just going to be us looking at what he can do here. So circuit breaker. In fact, maybe I'll bring up an image. I wonder if I can do that easily. Maybe not. Here, let's just take a look here. Let me bear with me. Pardon my dust. I want to be able to just like get this image into OBS here.
Yeah, with Winston coming in, I do think we're going to see a lot more Ryan's playing for poke and range and area heal than before. Like going for a brawler into what the monster I'm sure Winston will become up close. It's gonna get interesting. He's gonna try to block tanks from heals as much as possible, bubble people out. So like being more self-sufficient if you do lean into Ryan brawling is going to be important.
Right.
It's going to be. I'm nervous about this edition, to be real.
For sure. Okay, so I have it up on screen. Thank you for your patience. Let's take a look. So let's just go top left to bottom right. All right, circuit breaker. Electric damage is increased by 10%. Gain 5% of electric damage as overhealth up to 100. Electric damage. It's interesting they refer to it that way.
Yeah, because I guess that is all of his primary fire. I mean, I guess it's just saying everything but unless there's something somewhere else where you can light people on fire or something.
Well, I guess there's like Tesla field. Looks like fast forwarding. It says like 40 electric damage per second. It's just interesting key term that they rephrased it that way. Anyways, we'll see.
Yeah, I guess the question is his secondary fire considered quote electric damage, even though it looks blue, but is it considered electric?
I imagine it is. Yeah. All right, gain 5% of electric damage as overhealth up to 100. Okay. Wow, you get a free Phantasmic Flux. Cool.
Basically.
Electro Cluster, plus 25% Tesla Cannon max range. Goddamn. Tesla Cannon's total damage is increased by 5% per enemy being hit by Jesus Christ. Okay. That looks like it hurts my face.
I mean, it will, but like, it's taking it as a power is a big commitment to. I don't see a lot of monkeys going for that. It's at least not the classically trained monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the situation, but like, I mean, range, like sometimes, you know, you're like, oh, I want to be in there in the mix, but then you're like vulnerable. Like having a range where you can actually, you know, put down a shield, for example, and they run away from you, and that usually baits you out of the shield or whatever. Like you'll be able to continue hitting for longer.
Like you can't run away from me if jump is on cooldown, kind of thing is what this means. I mean, I could see this as like an adaptive round 5 pick if things aren't going your way as monkey, but
right.
I don't know. I feel like people are going to shy away from this.
Right. Well, the other thing is like jumping on a group. If you just see a pack, like you know the maps where like you'll just see a pack, you just like jump in and you're getting 25% more damage on all of those targets. So for a weapon power build, I could see it poning a little bit. All right, lightning rod, fully charged, secondary fire, hit bounces to all other enemies within 6 meters for 50% reduced damage dealt. Now, is this 50% cumulative, like additive? So, like, does each chain also have a 50% reduce, or is it just all of the sub secondary and tertiary have 50% of the original?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, we'll have to find that out. But if it's the second, that seems pretty damn good. Seems pretty damn good. But again, it's like you can play around this. Like 6 meters, it's close, but like you can definitely, like, skilled players will like be like, okay, he took that power, like let's just not be near each other, and that power is useless, you know. Yeah, I don't know how easy it is to hit secondary fire. Like if it's like kind of instant, like is it hit scan? You know, I don't actually know.
It is hit scan. It's okay. But then volatile volt, the crit for 175% damage is
holy
gonna
shit.
be fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it can't crit currently, right?
Like I don't believe
this
so.
Says it, I mean, so this is where it should be. It should say secondary fire can now crit, and it is at 175% damage. All right. Lunar Leap. Gain 2% bonus ultimate charge per enemy damaged by jump packs landing. Okay. While using jump pack, gain 5% of max life as overhealth per second up to 100 based on ability power. Interesting. So ability power doesn't make you get it quicker, but it increases the cap. That is pretty interesting. So 5% max life as overhealth per second. Okay, I think you'd get over the 100 overhealth pretty quickly. So ability power would absolutely increase that. Okay, pretty cool.
Okay, moon landing looks like it's going to be pretty commonly taken early, I think. 10% of max life per enemy damage by jump packs landing. That's like tantamount to... I mean, like, if you take, you know, that and siphon gloves round 1, you're just going to, like, get in there, fuck this shit up, and leave.
Oh, shit.
Without any punishment at all.
Dude, 10% per enemy is crazy.
That's pretty... Yeah, that's huge. That's insane.
With cooldown reduction?
That is...
So that's the thing.
I'm looking forward to trying that out, and I don't know too much.
Lunar Leap gives overhealth, so that the problem is that doesn't give you cash, as far as we know. So yeah, it seems like moon landing is definitely going to be taking precedent over Lunar Leap.
That's the thing I was really hoping we would see in the patch notes, is like mitigation giving you cash, especially from overhealth provided. I mean, I feel like we would have seen it already.
Probably,
yeah.
Probably. All right, Primal Punch, melee or jump pack elimination resets jump pack cooldown. For every 25 armor you have, gain 5% melee damage. Holy shnikes!
Yeah, this is gonna be the meta.
You like this build? You're like just.
Oh, I hate it, but it's gonna hurt. So I don't play monkey, so I hate this build.
So you've got Gloom Gauntlet. You've got cooldown reduction. You've got you don't even need ability power. So there's a question here of, does weapon power factor into his melee like it does for Zenyatta? I'm assuming not, but it is an open question. They can just decide that on a whim or whatever.
Oh my god.
Because like I don't know if it does. Yes, that is actually like literally broken. I can just tell you that right now. But even if it doesn't, it could still be broken. But the build up will be interesting. Of like Gloom Gauntlets, cooldown reduction, and like I guess what survivability. Like I don't actually know what other items. It's probably hero items that lean into this. So
yeah,
which we'll be able to see in a little bit. All right, pocket projector. Activating a barrier projector attaches an additional small barrier to Winston with 10% health.
So he gets another bubble around himself. Damn. Just like another like a little interrupter bubble.
You gotta break 2 bubbles, bro. Even though it's 10% health, but still, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, so it's enough to like get a strike outside the field, then retreat to the field, right? So it's like.
I also think this will help you.
It's like that thing from Galaxy Quest. It's enough to redeem a single mistake.
Right. Well, I also think that this is his shield stampede, right? So if you're going, going moon landing, right, and you're jumping in, and their Anna just sleep darting you is your counter, and so getting pocket projector is going to help that a little bit.
Well, this one was shown in the trailer for Stadium, says Modzy. Interesting.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did see that. I was like, yep, that tracks. Although what we didn't see was that I think he like obviously put down a barrier before he leapt. And then he like got one while he was leaping. Yeah, so that's kind of.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. So you can that makes it more similar to Ryan's charge overhealth, the Vanguard power, where he basically leaves behind overhealth when he abandons the team. So if you put your barrier projector down and then jump, then you get protection on your dive while not abandoning your team, right? So that's another interesting use case.
Oh yeah, totally fair. All right. So, Surge Protector. Allies within the barrier projector gain 25 overhealth per second up to 100. Wow. 25 overhealth per second. Again, it's overhealth, so that same problem of like, this is probably really good, but it feels bad because you're not getting cash.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of very good defensive monkey play that looks cash light, and you're going to get a lot of toxicity in the chat because of it, but you can know that you're doing a good job yourself.
Hey, Modzy. Thanks for joining. Again, I just want to say hi. What I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it was overhealth. Hitting overhealth gives you ult charge, but not cash, I believe. And then generating it gives you nothing in terms of like being the person attributed to the mitigation. There's no cash, there's no ult charge from any of that. But like, if true, then yeah, that's basically what we're talking about here. Is like overhealth kind of has a bad place right now. It's strong. Maybe it just helps you win. Maybe that's the trade-off. And if so, that'd be kind of cool. Of like, they are designing overhealth to be not immediately beneficial in like the classic cash and ult sense, but it's like they weight it so that overhealth is overtuned a lot, such that it's kind of that trade-off of like, yeah, you're not getting cash, but it's like very strong or whatever. All right, Tesla Field. Enemies within barrier projector takes 40 electric damage per second. So this probably also works with pocket projector if you're like literally bodying them. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
You just run at them and like, because that actually, I mean,
that or like moon landing plus Tesla Field could be really interesting. You're just going to be a chaos agent at that point.
True.
So you jump
That's
in,
a good point.
You're basically invincible. You lay the barrier down. You prevent heals on the inside while damaging them. It's I hate it. I hate it so much, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you combine that with if liquid nitrogen applies here, which it should, obviously, like they can't leave that field easily.
Liquid nitrogen. Right. That is fair. Actually, wow.
So if you apply slow and poison here, oh my god.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, you did a good job.
So much.
I'm kind of mad because you've identified the insane build before I did. But I was wondering what stats, right? It was like, is it still weapon power? Is it like whatever, just raw survivability? Because we said like meleeing, is a big potential part of this. But it sounds like ability power. We're looking at these these 4 that are clumped together. It's like moon landing, primal punch, pocket projector, and Tesla Field, or maybe not even pocket projector, but just like you're saying like moon landing to Tesla Field. Maybe you add in primal punch later or whatever, and you go ability power.
I think moon landing and pocket projector together would be redundant almost, especially if you're like proccing armor via
fair.
Lumerico, for example.
Lumerico,
you know, because
yes.
that's an efficient thing here already, because you're already getting the ability power to scale Tesla field up. That's oh my god, I hate this.
All right, fun times. All right, Ape Steroid.
No, it isn't. It's not.
Well, at least you'll play someone beyond Reinhardt, perhaps.
Well, I mean, but I want to play Brig. It's gonna ruin Brig.
Ape Steroid. While airborne from jump pack, use jump. See this? Notice how they said from jump pack. See, precision of language, everybody. While airborne from jump pack, use jump to quickly slam towards the facing direction.
Like Doomfist style, almost.
If Primal Rage is active, slam speed is increased by 50%. This is going to look so ridiculous. Yeah, it literally is a meteor. An ape meteor. An ape steroid. Or perhaps
like
ape steroid?
Or like Monkey Goku. Like he's got Saiyan monkey vibes now, just like doing the teleportation, basically.
Dude. Just slamming on people. Yeah. Oh, and that does synergy, I think, with the build you were already saying, right? Like if you're jumping a lot and specifically on people.
Yeah.
I guess because it doesn't say it does additional damage, right? But I mean, isn't there an implication that it does to slam towards the facing direction? Right, because it just does the normal damage for leap. But you do it quicker, right? So I guess that's the thing this is giving you is like. You're able to jump up and then immediately down. And I guess the question I have, and we could actually test this, and maybe I'll do this now, is like, does that reduce the cooldown of your leap if you get to the ground quicker, right? Because is it one of those things that has a cooldown that's based on the duration?
My recollection is no, but let's look at that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at that right now because that honestly that to me seems actually pretty pertinent to this test.
I mean, it won't even be that much of a thing if you pair it with Primal Punch and you know what you're going to get out of that dive, right? Especially if there's like a cloney Kiri on the field and you know that.
Right. I don't know. The other thing is you're just like you're vulnerable in the air, right? So like that is one of the worst times. You want to leap, but you don't want to be in the air that long.
And you don't want to have a predictable arc. That's the instrumental for hit scan
exactly.
tracking.
So this might be more meta than we can like originally expect. All right, let's see. I'm leaping. Okay, so never mind. Like what I was saying about the cooldown rolling quicker by getting to the ground quicker is not true. The cooldown rolls when you start the leap. So, all right. I'm just gonna leave it in here. Alright, where is my window? I don't have my streamer legs yet. I'm like, my windows are just everywhere. Okay. Thick skin. On activating Primal Rage, Winston gains additional armor equal to 100% of max armor.
Okay, I mean...
Yeah, depends on how...
I'm not super afraid of that. I mean, any ult-centric... ability I feel like is going to power I think is going to be taken pretty infrequently,
right?
Apart from like Diva's short fuse or whatever, but yeah, I'm already like afraid enough of Primal Rage that like I don't try to engage with it, I try to manage it, right? So it's like the armor isn't going to do that much for him.
Totally fair. Okay, I'm going to delete this element and we're going to go back to, let's see, okay, image, get rid of it. Get off my screen, remove.
Get off of.
All right, now we're moving back on the patch notes. Let's see, this will tell us the items that we haven't looked at. So now let's take a look at these items here. Starting with current converter. 10% weapon lifesteal. Let's see, gain 15% of damage dealt by Tesla cannon secondary fire as overhealth. Up to 100%. Wait. Oh, okay. So this is similar to the one that said the power that gave you overhealth from lightning damage. So this might stack with it though, right? Because the other one was just like lightning damage. I am verifying.
Yeah, I want to know. So I guess lightning damage, they just mean both Tesla cannon and secondary fire.
Yes.
That's probably.
It's
they're probably just trying to have one broad. But those are both. Why couldn't they just say weapon damage?
That's
gotta
a
be a
great
reason they chose lightning. I don't.
So I guess it's electric, but yeah, same point.
Yeah.
But like, so I think these stack, right? I mean, this is a rare item that synergizes perfectly with that. Because the other,
they should stack. It's going to be interesting.
The power is 5% damage for both primary and secondary, and this one is 15%, and gives you another limit, so you can technically have up to 200 over health due to both of these, but this one only applies to secondary fire. So,
do we have precedent for limit stacking?
Yes, absolutely. Like separate sources of overhealth or whatever. Like they do stack, and they stack in a really interesting way. It's if they're both from items or powers, whichever one came last stacks last. So yeah, it's kind of funny. All right. Deconstructor, 15% max ammo. Tesla cannon deals 50% more damage to deployable objects such as turrets and barriers. Wow, so this can stack with salvaged slugs, right? For 30% more damage. And then, although that's such a weird thing, like getting magazine refund from using his Tesla cannon, plus this, I'm interested to see how much he can like shield rip for sure.
I mean, I'm also interested in the term such as turrets. I'm like, are we getting tarps here?
Well, yeah, like what is a turret? So that's like Arisa's
Bob is a
there
turret.
There you go, yeah. But here's another weird thing, is like...
But is Bob a turret or a character in this instance? I don't know. Because generally Bob is a character, and because his elim counts for you.
We're already determining all the things that need to be tested, so I'm going to start putting things in notes. Need to test.
Is Bob a turret or a character in this power?
A turret where Deconstructor is concerned.
I mean, my suspicion is no.
Let's see. And then it was... let's see, current converter. I don't even know if this is a good place to put these notes. Like, am I going to be able to compile this later? Like, current converter
probably
does this stack with salvage slugs. And is that a dank strat for shield rip?
Technical jargon.
Yeah.
Too dank or not too dank.
Yeah. All right, Gibraltar generator. Gibraltar. Don't even, you're not allowed to say those words unless you bring back the map.
That's yep, okay. Yeah, why didn't they give us a Gibraltar point race or whatever that the new mode is called?
Yeah.
Like, give us one of the old guard, not this new
real
London shits.
Get her name out of your mouth. All right, barrier projector grants Winston 10% increased weapon power while inside. Okay. 10% increased weapon power. So that isn't multiplicative, I don't think. Because it would have said weapon damage if it was, is what we've seen. So this just means, essentially it's 20% weapon power when you have your shield active, yeah. Which is very efficient, but... Alright.
I mean, and that also, is going to go with that build where he puts a shield down and fucks things up inside of it.
That's real. Barrier protector. Let's see. Sorry. This is one of those cases where it's interesting because shield rip, Winston's shield rip of whatever 80% extra damage to barriers with both salvage slugs and that item. It's one of those cases where Winston is good against himself if he has pocket projector, because pocket projector might make it so that he's in his own shield but with 2 shields or whatever, and you could probably rip both with lightning, right? Because it pierces.
Yes.
It's kind of funny. All right. And then, but we don't have mirror matchups, so fuck all y'all. No mirror matchups. Woo! All right. Sorry, I'm excited about no mirror matchups in comp. Herald's glasses. 25% max ammo. Tesla cannon's secondary fire deals 25% increased damage. So this is multiplicative, right? So that seems insane. Dude, there's definitely a secondary fire build. Like, that's what we see brewing here.
But will they go for it? That's not why you pick Monkey, but I
know, but what if it's good, right?
Yeah.
What if it's good? Like, what if you don't even need to go in, right? What if it's so strong that you just like are this insanely mobile sniper?
I'm just a sniper now. That's
You're
the
a
whole point
widow
of monkeys.
that can hook shot on a 4-second cooldown. All right, anyways. Because you can crit too for 170. Anyways, all right, I'm going to stop talking. All right. 0G suit. 5% cooldown reduction in move speed after activating jump pack. Increase movement speed by 50% for 2 seconds when you next jump. Wait, increase movement by 50%? Huh.
When you next jump, like, as a normal jump, not jump pack.
Interesting.
So you use jump pack to get in, you fuck their shit up, then you tap the space bar and leave.
I mean, that seems good, kind of, to me.
Yeah.
Like
that could be really interesting.
It's kind of yoked, like stat wise. I mean, cooldown direction, move speed, base. It's 4,000 colds, very very cheap, and you get 50% move speed. So you leap every 5 seconds, and this gives you 50% move speed every 2 seconds. Like so, wow.
No, for 2 seconds when you next jump. So every time you use jump pack. It's still linked to jump pack's cooldown, right? So you use jump pack, and then one time after that, what they don't tell you is how long after using jump pack this lasts. Like, so that is basically you get a token to make your next jump give you 50% move speed for 2 seconds. It doesn't say how long that token lasts on your character.
That's a good point. Well, and something to note here is that I am certain that flight does become impacted by move speed. So that's why, like, for example, 5% like aftermarket firing pin is strong on Mercy because the move speed helps your Guardian Angel speed. And so, like, if it's giving you 50% for 2 seconds and they called it a 0G suit, we're to believe that if you jump, it's probably going to be like largely vertical. Like, it's not gonna be like forward momentum. Right. If you could do like a little tiny jump, that'd be like the way to cheese this and like just use it for literally like movement speed. But yeah.
That's what I think they're gonna do. I mean, like, cause like there's just no other button to trigger it.
I know. Yeah, I'm just like wondering how much of a tiny little
interact button.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just tap it and you're good. I mean, it's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I definitely. This could be exploitable. We'll find out. All right. Horizon Expander. 20% ability power. Jump pack's landing area can increase by up to 100% while airborne. Wow. Can increase. What does that mean? That's just a weird way to phrase that.
I don't know.
It's like maybe they're
is
saying.
Is it like, oh, the longer you're airborne,
yes.
the more it increases,
right.
Up to 100% would be
right.
a better way to put that.
So if you don't get the power, if you don't get the power that makes you ape steroid down to Earth quickly, there's like anti-synergy there, where like you're down to Earth more quickly, and you're not getting the 100% increase in landing area, which you would want with that build. So, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to do. For sure.
All right. Unstable prototype. Epic ability hero item. 10% cooldown reduction. Barrier projector bursts when it is removed, dealing 25% electric damage to nearby enemies. Wait, what does 25% electric damage mean? 25% of what? Who knows?
And
just it's 25%. Everybody, just enjoy
weapon damage. Then
have fun.
Yeah, 25% electric damage. 25% of what?
Yeah, I mean, like the theory is like they had a similar
of the remaining barrier projector health.
I mean, they would say that. I feel. I mean, they should say it anyway. But yeah, like so. There's been situations like this where it just talks about like Moira's primary fire heal, but doesn't refer to what they're talking about, and it ended up being like a second of it, essentially.
I'm assuming it's either 25% of your barrier's max life or 25% of the remaining barrier life on field.
See, I think it could very also be just literally a second of your primary fire. It's 25% of a second of your primary fire.
Maybe, but so the other thing to wonder is when it is removed. Does that mean when you remove it manually or when it is broken?
That's interesting.
Or both.
No, you know what?
If
I'm gonna walk
it's
it back.
basically a bomb, if it's a bomb and you can leave your shield there, and then when somebody breaks it, it explodes and deals damage to people around it. That's kind of cool.
I think it is that, and I think you're right. If I'm a betting man, it's 25% of the barrier health. And so, like, yeah, this would absolutely be amped by ability power, which theoretically would increase the barrier strength.
Seen anything that modifies barrier health yet?
Yes, I mean, yes, absolutely. Like Zarya, like AP.
No. In Winston.
Oh. Wait, I thought there was.
I haven't seen anything yet that increases barrier projector health.
I thought it was like the first.
Yeah.
Was it not the first power? Oh no. Sorry. Hold on. Oh no.
Yeah, I haven't seen any shield scaling
right,
like we've seen with Ryan.
Yeah,
Not yet.
You are right about that.
But we're not deep in survival yet. So.
Yeah, but yeah, ability power obviously, but like no item yet or power or anything. Okay, but that seems really good though. I'll definitely agree with that. I mean, 10% cooldown reduction. Also, as we saw with like donut delivery, this type of thing just kind of is a build fabricator because you're like, oh wow, an item gives 10% cooldown reduction. That's insane.
Because, like, say if you do build it on top of that thing where you're electrocuting people inside the field anyway with, like, ability nuking damage, right? And people can't escape it, and their one reaction is to destroy the bubble. If that then does damage also to the people already inside the thing,
right?
Like, you could be killing your own characters by removing the thing that's killing them. Like...
Oh yeah.
The only way to save the people in the bubble is to hurt them more by killing the bubble. Like, what?
Damn, that is kind of crazy, actually.
So Lucio's gonna get strong here because like he's gonna need to speed people away from those situations without actually breaking the thing.
That's a great point.
Lucio and Juno is gonna get a huge savior status here.
Yeah, very, very true. I mean, Zarya will be good to be able to bubble people as well. Counter bubbles with bubbles. God, I had one more thing to say.
Can she bubble through a barrier?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
I'm pretty sure it's like Life Weaver's grip, right? Or I think, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right, moving on. I'm gonna take a sip of water here so that my voice isn't sandpaper.
Control Z, undo.
I'm gonna puke it up.
Alt F4.
Luncheng launchers. 50% primary rage duration. 50% jump pack base damage. Okay. During primal rage, jump pack's base damage becomes electric. What? And can increase up to an additional 100% while airborne.
There's the electric damage definition for you. Okay.
Whoa.
So okay, that's why that we were wondering why the language, and now we know.
Yeah. Wild stuff, everybody. Wild stuff. Common survival. Ooh, hey, another common item. Yay! More commons. 10 health. Winning a round awards Winston 2,000 bonus cash. What the fuck?
Why?
What the fuck?
Oh, but it costs all of your money.
Oh shit! Ah! That's wild, dude.
That's is he like a gambler in
dude?
lore?
Yeah.
Like, what is the basis for this?
Dude, all right. There's some deep lore about Winston absolutely being a gambler.
He's just a gambling addict now. That's amazing.
He's on ESPN bets. He can't get out. He's on all the very shady esporting bet sites. GG.bet. That's not a plug. They don't sponsor this stream, and they're bad.
No one sponsors this stream.
Yeah, no one sponsors. And if they did, jokes on them because we have 4 viewers. All right, moving on. So honestly, I think I mean, just even if it's not good, people are going to buy this, and I do think it's good though. Like I would buy. I would buy. I mean, you gotta bet that your team's gonna win. You know what I mean? You know, but here's the deal though. I might not take it round 1. I might because we always lose round 1. I might take it like round 2, round 3.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I might keep it around for a while. Maybe I'd drop it probably around round 5 or whatever, because then you're just maybe gonna get max cash. But there you go. All right, premium peanut butter for 25 health. Using jump pack cleanses all negative effects.
Well, yep, we had to get one. Of those.
Okay, the difference is between like Reinhardt has this, but Reinhardt needs to charge very strategically. Monkey's just gonna jump. He's just always ABJ, always
and
be
if
jumping.
He's constantly resetting the cooldown by killing people, then yeah.
Yeah, this is a yikes. This is a yikes from me, dog moment. Yeah.
But again, like Ryan's thing though, he's doing it before he jumps into a place where he might get slept. So it's not like, or he might get purpled. So if you're diving, for example, into an Ana and they purple you, you either have to kill somebody or wait for that to reset to cleanse yourself again. So it's I think it has a similar drawback to Ryan's cleanse.
I mean, what are you saying with the kill somebody thing?
There's that power that allows him to reset the cooldowns if he eliminates somebody. To reset the jump cooldown.
See, I just think that with cooldown reduction builds, which is what we're seeing here a lot, especially where jump is concerned, you don't need that. I think honestly, I don't even know if you get that because your jump's gonna be on a 3-second cooldown.
Yeah.
like that's 3 seconds, and the seconds start when you jump. So like you're gonna land and it's gonna be up again.
Yeah, that's okay. That's true.
Like, what the fuck? Get me out. All right. You got to play it to not play against it, so maybe I'll just become a Winston player. All right. Smart armor. While below 50% life, take 25% reduced damage from shotguns, such as Reaper, Junker Queen, and Diva's.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, okay. This is so specific. Like, I think this is kind of cool, though. But I mean, that is Monkey's problem, right? It's yeah. I mean, Cassidy is going to be kind of unaffected by this, and maybe he's good. He's the big game hunter. We Harambe died for our sins, and this is
Cassidy can stun him and run away. I mean, his stun grenades just got buffed in duration too.
Okay, I think Cassidy is the counter to Winston. Moving on.
Yeah.
All right, S pace armor. I don't really know what's... Oh, like space armor? Is this a typo? All right, anyways. 50 armor. While exiting primary rage, gain 100 overhealth.
Okay.
Really?
That is kind of... No, I mean, like I was saying earlier, like common strat is just manage Monkey until he gets out of primal rage, then dive him. People are not really great at repositioning themselves after that ability, so... Yeah, I buy that. That's
so expensive though for like.
It is,
like
and it's very specific. But I mean, I think people are more likely to take this than the power.
I think this is hot trash.
All right.
There we go. The judges, you got both sides, both sides of the spectrum. Hot trash and hot delicious burger from Boshek.
Well, I mean, I think both of them are hot trash, but people are more likely to take this than the power. It's
which power? Are you talking about the one that overhealth on leap?
No, the one where primal rage. Oh, also primary rage is not. That's a typo. It's primal rage, isn't it?
Probably.
Anyway, but yeah, there's a power that that gives more durability while he's in primal rage, right? So I would, between these two, I would take the thing that gives you stuff when you exit primal rage, not when you're in it.
But that one was that one was double the armor though, and obviously that's a power compared to an item, so it's apples to oranges. And I agree that
you don't
the
often
power...
see Winston killed during rage though. Like that's just not a thing that I normally see.
One, I have seen it. Two, this is Stadium we're talking about with people.
That's true. That's true. We see people die in Transcendence all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. No. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. It's hard to say.
But yeah. All right. Simian supplements. 50% barrier projection duration. Wow. Barrier, I mean, not that, let's see, barrier protection's max health, here you go, is increased, but by 300. I like how it's a static amount. That means, like, this item could theoretically be extra good if rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could, okay, yeah. I'm calling it. I see this maybe being something that gets rushed. Maybe, like, with the heal. Isn't there, like, a heal power? Yeah, there's, like, a heal power, or the... So the harm or heal one power, so like harm them in Dome or heal your allies in Dome, then you rush this and you just...
But this is also the only thing that increases the barrier health's, the barrier projector's max health, which if we're right and a 25% of barrier health does that damage on explosion or removal, then these will be taken together.
True. Yeah, I could see both. You either go the damage one, the one that explodes, so you go the damage power, where it's hurting enemies, and then you rush the item that explodes. Or you go the one that heals, and then you get this, maybe.
Yeah. No, but this plus the one that explodes, I'm saying those will synergize.
I mean, okay, so one thing I haven't talked about is like what's the range on the explosion. So if they run out of it,
True.
like, and they're barely out of it and they don't get hit or whatever, like, yeah, because then it's a kind of anti-synergy because you
Yeah,
want
is it
it to
an implosion
explode.
or does it damage people on the outside of the thing?
So I expect it to hit everyone who's in the inside but needs testing, and then I expect it to hit like some decent range, you know, like whatever, 1 or 2 meters outside of the dome.
Yep.
But
Yeah, like
yeah.
practical experience will be needed to determine all this. But like the oh my god, I like the idea of using the barrier to literally hold hostages. So like yeah, you're basically, I dare you to shoot the shield and kill your own people. Like you're
gosh.
It's
Or even like
that's a wild mechanic.
or even like you have this extended projection duration and strength, and counter to what I was just saying, you go the hurt them inside of it power, and so like they're not going to shoot it because it's too tanky, and then you have this which is making it this is tanky because of this, and then they're getting damaged, and then you ult, and you're like pushing them back into your pain field. So you're just it gives like a function for your ult to it, because like repositioning with your ult is always cool and interesting, but like ultimately it was never ever like interacting with something that you were doing. So now you can have this AOE field and be actively pushing them back into it when they want to get out.
Pain field. I'm not from Washington. You're from Washington.
What?
Sorry, that was a very regionally specific joke about airports.
Okay. That's okay. You had to be there. All right, fortified jump pack. 50 armor. Damage received during jump pack is reduced by 35%. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'm sorry. This is insane. All right.
Just all damage.
Yep. All right, well, we're on to Ashe now. We made it through one hero, everybody.
Yeah,
how are you feeling? How are you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling good. I'm just, I might have to leave a little early, because I gotta be somewhere by 5 o'clock. But
okay.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going for now.
Let's keep the fun rolling.
Yes.
I'll probably just keep going it, but I'll probably do a more truncated version once Boshek leaves, just because there's no one to.
If we are gonna jump around though, like seeing Ryan and Brig early, I'll probably be able to add the most.
Let's you know what? Let's do it. Let's skip over the Fariha Cancer. Do you want to see Brigitte? This is like a whole hero breakdown. I don't know if you want to see this, but I mean, we're both Brigitte enjoyers, so technically we should have done
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing that we'll buzz the most together about is Brig.
Okay, let's get into it. All right, I'm going to bring up the powers first, so let me do that in OBS. Uno momento, por favor. Vamp about something. Talk. You're supposed to fill this time. Do it. Put you on the spot.
You know,
take your entire life and tell me what's the most interesting thing about you.
Don't think about an elephant. No, well, the thing I am going to that I must get to at 5 is a sailboat race in the marina.
Whoa.
Which, you know, there's also lots of min-maxing in that. We're just like we gotta like. The jockeying for start position.
All right, I got the powers up. Shut up.
Let's get the powers up. Shut up.
I'm just kidding. That was very interesting. Very cool. Very cool what you're doing. All right. Burst aid. Oh my God, we've waited so long for this, and here we are. We've waited so long, and here we are. I'm gonna stand up in my standing desk for this.
Okay, so my first question. So quick melee, what is it going to differentiate between you hitting quick melee to trigger flail and you hitting primary fire to trigger flail on this power? That's my biggest question, because we all know that like Siphon Gloves for Rhine doesn't do this, right?
Well, so yeah, the fact that they say use quick melee to do this either means
she doesn't have one, so it's like, okay, you just use quick melee instead of primary fire to proc this effect while also swinging, right?
Yeah,
because otherwise I won't be taking this, because if I can't choose to swing and not deplete all of my packs, like.
So I do think they've thought about that. I think that without anything, all things in a vacuum, your quick melee and your primary fire, just like with Rhine, do the exact same thing, obviously.
Yep.
And I think that in this case, they're saying if you choose to use quick melee instead of primary fire to swing, it will consume all. Yeah, exactly. They have to. There's no way. Let's just assume
if
that.
you're just not swinging other than let's assume that. That's otherwise this is a stupid power.
All right, but what's the effect for each charge? Heal 20% of max life and gain 5% attack speed for 3 seconds. Okay, bro. All right. This is so cool.
Pretty monstrous.
That is so cool, bro. So you're like, you can shield and then like get your charges up and then quick melee, which is going to heal you and increase your attack speed. It's got 10-second
cooldown. And then if you add a weapon lifesteal on top of that, you're gonna absolutely fuck on point. So that's
dude. You're right.
Nice.
This plus lifesteal and cooldown reduction. So if there's a cooldown reduction Bridget item, I think that's gonna be super huge. And then you take this with the weapon power cooldown reduction item, and you kind of make a build out of that. Like, oh my gosh.
But God, the trade-off is so big. I mean, as a support, the trade-off is huge because, like, you consider what Inspire is. It's a binary. It's either going or it isn't, right? And so if you completely reduce your saving throws otherwise to nothing, like it is a selfish move.
Well,
like
okay.
you're basically saying, for a second, I am tank, and that's all that matters.
Right.
And you're forsaking your flyers. You're forsaking a lot of potential saves. Right.
So I think you're right under that guise, right? If you do this when people need your packs, but I think there's another frame. So you're not wrong. What I'm saying is like an alternate way of looking at it in a different situation, which is like, there's a lot of cases where your healers are great, like your team's fine, and you're just kind of whatever, like there's just attrition happening, and there's no one really in trouble right now. Like Bridget is the main target. Like she's a healer. She people want to kill her, and so for you to actually be a force of nature and be able to go cool, like. Yes, I'm not throwing packs at anybody, but nobody needs packs right now. And by going in and using it this way and like healing yourself, you are creating space for your team. Like you're actually a tank. Like you're actually tanking in like a way that's good.
This is true. And I would like to. We were talking earlier about using Brig to proc Lumerico infinitely, right? And this will take this is a different build for sure. So, but I think there are ways to keep her alive on point consistently without doing this. But I also know that like keeping Inspire uptimes consistent is key to outperforming as Brig, right? So it's and this will allow you to do that without any skill shots, and without having to worry about death. So it's like.
No, yeah, and we need to find out.
I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try it for sure, but that's OP if true.
We need to find out if Inspire comes from weapon power. Yeah, exactly.
And then, that was the thing we were thinking. Like, and maybe are there two different types of Inspire, one from weapon and one from ability usage, and do they scale differently?
Very true.
So like that's these are all big questions we need to.
Well, I think it's a lot of cash gen too. Like if you do 60% of max life. And you're stacking HP, right? And I could see this build leaning into max HP quite a bit. Like, damn, there's definitely something to be said there. So, yeah, that one excites me. Yep. That's a good starter power, like a good kicking it off. All right, pep talk. After using Shield Bash or Whip Shot, your next Rocket Flail swing heals allies within 5 meters for 100% of damage dealt. Wow.
Okay, so scales with weapon power.
5 meters is really close.
5 meters is close.
It's
so
not.
Like basically,
it's not
this is for you if you're fighting like alongside your tank, like a lot of Brigs do. If you're just like squiring for Rhine, for example, like that's it's interesting, but it's
yet another way to use weapon power for healing. Yeah.
But aren't there are items that do this too? So if like ones that are like if you use an ability that heals your next instance of weapon damage does more, right? That's so you could stack this with existing weapon items and get more of that same effect.
Yes. And that actually that does counter the Lumerico thing, like using repair packs for that, because like the thing is her Shield Bash and Whip Shot are already on such a low cooldown. Your Lumerico uptime even without any heal packs is pretty high. You know what I mean? So.
Like for example, like Hard Light Accelerator will stack with this really nicely.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, that's oof.
Damn, that is an item for Brig. You're totally right. I forgot that she can also proc things very easily there.
I mean, as will like Mark of the Kitsune is going to stack with this. 3-tap Tommy going to stack with this. Like there's
Mark of the Kitsune.
Yeah. It's a little silly.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's weird because it's a quiet power, but if you build it with these specific items, it can be extremely good.
Damn, I'm already so inspired. Really, Bridget is already inspiring me. All right, Whirl Whip. After using Shield Bash or Whip Shot, your next Rocket Flail swing hits all enemies around you within 5 meters. We saw this in the trailer, yeah.
Okay, but then, wow. I mean, same synergies with those items then.
Yes.
So after an ability, you gain power on your weapon.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, this is like you're in the mix and you want to hit more people. I forget what the range of her normal whip shot is, but I think 5 meters sounds about right. And so it's basically
this is Rocket Flail. This is Rocket Flail, not what your next Rocket Flail swing. Whip shot is 20 meters.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I think your normal Rocket Flail is 5 meters. I think.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you said whip shot. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, maybe I did. But yeah,
cool.
So basically, the way that this is described is it's not a cone anymore. It is a circle. It's an AOA. Yeah,
I wonder if the animation will reflect that.
It does actually. So yeah, the trailer showed it. You kind of literally whip it around. You whip it around your head, and it goes and does like a big circle.
That's sweet.
So you just get in the mix and you start. Oh man, imagine lifesteal and like imagine people being clumped and you have lifesteal and you're just swinging around. Oh my god, bro! All right, optimizer for each repair pack active, increase repair pack healing by 15% and heal yourself for 5% of your max life every 1 second.
So this is a pre-packing power for that's. I love that.
Well, that's an interesting question. Is if you pre-pack and stack packs on one person. Does that count as separate packs, or do they kind of buffer and queue, and only one is rolling at any given time?
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I would assume that if you give somebody 3, then it's maybe it's
active,
first
right?
It's 45%, then 30, then 15, right?
Yes.
As they fall off. That was my assumption.
So that's a very big question because this will be extra good if you can pre-pack, and but like let's see. So for each.
And I just checked it. Rocket Flail is exactly 5 meters.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Increase repair pack healing. Wow. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, that is such a
for
good
5% of max
power.
life,
oh my god, that power is so good. That power is so good for a heal build. Ugh.
It's so funny though. Like I look at this and then I also like think about my own play styles and these powers have not generally hit them yet. So it's Optimizer comes close. But I'm seeing other powers here that I'm excited about too. Okay, so repair extender duration increased by 100%. Ability damage extends the duration of all active repair packs.
Youch. Yeah.
So if you optimizer, you stack and then hit somebody with whip shot.
Yes.
Fucking.
So maybe you get repair extender first. Potentially.
Ugh.
I think you probably get repair extender first and then optimizer, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that seems so good. Holy fuck. Alright, God Ray. Ability damage over 10 meters burns enemies for 4% bonus damage for every 1 meter the ability traveled over 3 seconds.
This is my favorite way to proc Inspires anyway. So, like, I like a Vampiric Brig, and like playing near tank, bopping people back at 10 meters or more is just kind of like where I'm comfortable. So yeah, this is cool. I like this a lot.
So I think it's phrased this way because it's not just whip shot, but also the thrown shield. Which is that
interesting.
Anyways, yeah.
That's Scold casting. But yeah, so that's fascinating. And coupling that with something like Maces to Faces, we're going to be seeing like one of the most satisfying things in this game to do is to whip an ulting Pharah out of the sky. And Maces to Faces is going to help that happen. And then Godray is going to help her die during it. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, I didn't see Maces to Faces yet. So what is that? Whip shot size is increased by 1 meter and can hit. Wait, size is increased by 1 meter. Like radius?
Yeah, so the impact radius, yeah.
And can hit multiple enemies. Inspire lasts 1 second longer when triggered by whip shot. Jesus.
So if you think about this, what's fascinating here is her synergy with Sig generally, and now even more, because you're the 20-meter rule with Sig. You've got these things that explode exactly 20 meters away from you, and surprise, Whip Shot is a 20-meter long ability. So they are gonna have a lot of fun together.
Dude, Brig and Sigma against Jake Junker Queen, like she's just gonna get juggled. Like
Jesus Christ. No, yeah, they're gonna be a deadly little duo. It's gonna be good.
You're right. You're right.
Especially now that Sig can also play close quarters with with accretion explosions. They might be like the hidden duo here.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of those things where, like, it's like Anna's Sleep Dart with the giant size increase. It's like, it's such a bad item if you're a skilled god and you can hit darts no matter what. It's theoretically not that good of an item. But, like, it's one of those things where even good people are picking it because it just takes away that element. And so, like, it's tough because powers are very, very precious resource. But, like, if Maces to Faces allows you to get way more consistent flail shots and it can hit multiple targets, and your Inspire is longer. Like, you know, like this is kind of crazy. Yeah.
I mean, it's Brig's equivalent of Chimera Maw, right? It's the skill shot that Brig can do, made a little easier, and it's yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that, like, when you're playing the Shield heroes, those are the abilities you practice the most because they're the ones that can make or break a fight, and you are 90% of the time going to miss them when you're just starting out with the hero. Yeah. So, like, but even the best Brigs are still going to miss a whip shot on an aerial target, right? So if you're playing into a Genji, you're playing into a Pharah, you're playing into, you're going to want to defend yourself aerially. I mean, Junkrat as well will come at you from above. So,
for sure.
That's huge.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I can't wait to test and, like, find out which one. Do we only have 4 days left? Ugh.
Yeah, I'm almost definitely going to be a whip shot build, at least at first, until I figure out that it's wrong.
I already see. Yeah, there's 3 builds I already want to try, like, legit. Like, but yeah, you're right. So Mace to Face is maybe God Ray. So yeah, you're right. Like, there's some cool stuff there of, like, yeah, it's Pharah, and I just keep hitting her for, like, a crazy burn because it's, like, max range and, like, it's easy to hit. Damn. All right, Mender Bender. After using Shield Bash, heal 33% barrier health or barrier shield health and trigger Inspire.
That's enormous.
Oh, so you don't have to hit a target for this. Like you just use it. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Oh
say.
wow!
Yeah.
So it doesn't depend. That's
like
weird. I would have assumed it was you have to hit somebody. But I mean, you're gonna want to hit somebody with it anyway. But
I mean, I guess.
That's
but, like,
interesting. If it triggers Inspire for free.
No, literally, yeah.
Without,
that is crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wow.
That's not how I read it at first, but you're right.
That is very interesting. Like,
which also, that synergizes with this next power, Scold Casting. After using Shield Bash, your next Rocket Flare ejects a Shield Boomerang that deals 60% Shield Bash damage. It's interesting. It doesn't say how far the boomerang goes. But
I think it's pretty. Yeah, I expect you're right. Like the trailer showed it at like 20 meters or like 25 or something. It was pretty far.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to be the same basic mechanic as was in the April Fool's patch, where she just one of her perks was a shield throw instead of replace her Shield Bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool power. I mean, I was really hoping that would make it in here. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Increase. It's fun. I don't know. It's fun. I was wondering how they would trigger it. So it's interesting that it's Shield Bash, and then you swing your flail and it throws a shield. That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of like Harpoon being triggered by like the twirly dirly on Orisa. It's like they had to put it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that means you're triggering this burn pretty often from the God Ray.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how long the burn is, right? Ability damage over time burns enemies for 4% bonus damage for every 1 meter. Oh, sorry, over 3 seconds. I'm sorry. Okay. I see. So what's the max?
So if they're 20 meters away, then it's 20% bonus damage for every over 3 seconds. 20% bonus damage.
Interesting. That's pretty. Yeah, that could be good.
20% bonus damage of the impact, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and we're assuming this scales off ability power, right? Like even Scold casting. Yeah.
I mean, so one thing we didn't look at quite yet is God Ray versus Mace's Faces. You hit, say, 4 people at 20 meters away. That's a fuck ton of burn damage.
True. I didn't put those two and two together there.
That's so silly.
So both your mace both your Whip Shot and Scold Casting can hit multiple targets and burn multiple targets.
And if our assumption is correct, and Inspire scales with ability power, this is going to be a big one.
True. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's my thing. There's a world I see because Shield Bash is using your mouse. Like there's a world where that is weapon power damage, and so there's a mix here where Flail Shot or Whip Shot is ability power and Shield Bash is weapon power. But I just don't know. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean it's like whether you're scaling for pre-skirmish or skirmish, right? So if it's, I don't know, just keeping distance and advancing a point, like a Whip Shot is primary tool, and you do that much damage and heal that much. If Inspire's ability power, you're just gonna Whip Shot, but Whip Shot and cooldown reduction.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think there's a single case where a primary fire or a mouse click is ever ability power. I'm trying to think in my head. Is there a single thing? Technically, Sigma's shield, but I don't even know if his shield goes up with ability power. I think that's a weird case where it's actually health.
I guess I've only ever seen. I mean, you're right, but it's also not weapon fire. It's not her primary weapon that she's like holding.
It's true, but yeah,
like
this
is gonna be weird. Yeah, this is a great question though.
That's good stuff. All right, Lindholm Wall, increase barrier shield size by 60%. Hell yeah, and barrier shield health by 100%. Hell yeah. And so that'll actually synergize with Mender Bender quite well. Because it's healing a percentage of a now larger health pool.
Yep.
As Shield Bash can hit multiple enemies. Okay, so you literally just have your ult going, in a way of speaking, all the time without the whatever armor and stuff. Like the shield
Mender Bender. I guess that's why impact is not what triggers the. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, you just do it on cooldown. So yeah, maybe you go cooldown reduction, and you're like actually a tank and have a crazy shield. Like what the fuck.
Or like Lindholm Wall plus Whirl Whip will be interesting as hell. Because if you're already that close to all 5 enemies you've stunned or whatever, or you've bashed, so basically you're corralling them a little bit, and then you're guaranteeing they're all within 5 meters of you once you've made that push, right?
Oh, true. Yeah.
So Whirl Whip plus Lindholm Wall is going to be fast.
Love that. Hell yeah. Look at builds are coming. Dude, that's like 5 builds we've already identified. And they all seem as intriguing as the last. So one thing I was going to say is this is one of those cases where Lindholm Wall, you're not going to want your shield to die, right, with Mender Bender, because you want you want to let it go and wait for your shield bash cooldown, bash, get some more shield, and then because if it gets killed, I feel like it takes a while for it to regen or whatever, and you can't shield bash it to accelerate that recovery. All right, aura farming. Oh my god, dude, aura farming is crazy. When Inspire is triggered by an ability, all heroes affected by it gain overhealth equal to 8% of your max life for 5 seconds.
That's does it stack?
What do you mean?
Okay, so say you have Mender Bender on and Maces to Faces, right?
Yeah.
So then, and if Shield Bash is an ability, we're debating this, and then you trigger it with Mender Bender, and then you trigger it by using Whip Shot to make Inspire, is that now 16% of your max life total?
Good. That's a great question.
Because you can do 2 things within 5 seconds if Mender Bender counts as an ability proc, right? So
I'm gonna assume not, but I could see it being unique for both. It's whatever. If you Shield Bash twice within 5 seconds, I could see the Shield Bash not stacking with the Shield Bash, right? But I could also see it actually doing that too. Maybe cooldown reduction with this is actually nutty. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen weird overhealth interactions between powers, right? So it's just how the overhealth stacks and what. Yeah.
Okay.
It would be weird, honestly, if it was just it just resets the 5 seconds for the 8%, right? But it's
Right. Totally.
I expect it'll be like Ironclad exhaust ports.
Yeah. True. All right. Get the last one for us. Send us home.
All right, 25% starting ultimate charge while rally is active. Trigger Inspire every 2.5 seconds, and ability cooldowns refresh 25% faster. So it just continually triggers. Inspire will have 100% uptime during your ult if you choose this.
Right. So
you will ult that much sooner.
Right, and I think the cooldown reduction it could be very, very crazy, especially if you're stacking cooldown reduction. And as usual, these have tons of value just on the... Oh, it's only starting ultimate charge. It's not ultimate charge cost reduction.
Right.
That is a big difference. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, the cooldown's refreshing 25% faster while you're being a little invincible tank god is not a terrible thing. I mean, like, especially if you're like taking that after Maces to Faces, you're taking it after Skull casting. Yeah, I mean, it's well, I mean, Mendbender might not synergize with this too well because they're already Inspires Inspires don't stack. Inspires are there or not, right?
Well, no, Mendbender is the shield is healing.
Right, the shield is healing, but it also triggers Inspire.
Yeah, that portion duplicates. But in terms of getting like an immortal shield, which could be a build here of double shield strength plus consecrated ground plus Mendbender.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, as I said before, I don't generally lean into powers that only affect your ult. But this one might be tempting enough to make you stray from that idea.
I mean, there's definitely cases where like Orisa would go it. That's pretty meta, at least in season 17, and then you would go it on Lucio for the 20% cost reduction. But you would do it like
plus
power
the doing
4
damage when you make it happen. Like fucking that's when you're making it happen often enough. Sure, yeah. So make it a late game thing.
Yeah, you are breaking up a little bit with your internet, so hopefully you recover.
Oh no, Spectrum, fuck you. But also, the idea, we also talked about this earlier, like they give offsetting a valuable ult earlier in the match. It has early benefits, for sure. So like if you get an ult early and win an early team fight on your first map, for example, that's just a pocket win, right?
Right.
So this could be a good early round pick, too.
All right, I think I'm going to move out this. I was using 2 different panes here, but I'm just going to blow up this pane a little bit. Everyone who's watching the stream knows what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. All right. So now we are into the items. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it's so exciting so far. Blast Enhancer, 15% weapon power, 25% rocket launch. Wait, sorry. Why am I looking at is this Pharah? How did I get to Pharah? My bad. I was like, rocket launcher. What the fuck? All right, hold on. Sorry. Let's catch up here. I don't know how. Oh, it's because I zoomed in a lot, so it like snapped the screen upward. I'm just gonna search for it. Brigitte. Wait, it's not letting me search. What the hell? What? Okay. It like overwrote Control F and like not letting me do that. Sorry, everybody. Enjoy the lo-fi beats while we figure out what the hell we're doing. Okay, so this is Winston. Where the hell is Brigitte? Support. There we go. All right, we figured it out, everybody. Brigitte does not have a rocket launcher. Patch notes. All right, Omni
She
boost.
does now.
5% weapon power, 40% shield bash distance. This is a rare. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I wonder if that's going to extend the range of her shield projection.
Interesting. Could be.
Yeah, because like it didn't say how long that went. I just assume it's the distance she travels with shield bash.
It was way further than that in the trailer. So
right.
Yeah, like I was thinking like 20, 25 meters. Like I mean, it definitely goes as far as like whip shot. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, I see this being so good. One, because like as usual, like escape abilities are good, but you could just like get more consistent like actual shield bash damage. So especially if your build is around that kind of damage, like whether it's ability power, weapon power, whatever shield bash is.
Wait a second. Going back to consecrated ground. This says something different than the image we reviewed says.
What?
The image we reviewed said 2.5 seconds. This says 1.5 seconds.
Oh my god. See, that's the thing, though. I wonder why. See, there must be something that procs off Inspire. That's what I'm waiting for through items, because there must be like a reason why this is important. You know what I mean?
I think it's just the length of Inspire.
What do you mean length? I mean,
so Inspire once it...
Right?
What?
I mean, it has a finite duration, right? Inspire like
exactly.
lasts...
So if Inspire triggers every time it expires, basically, that's 100% uptime on Inspire. That's what I assume they were going for.
Well, but it was 100% uptime either way.
I thought it was. That's why I'm confused here.
Yeah.
I thought Inspire's uptime was 2.5 seconds by default.
Oh no! It's longer. It's like I'm pretty sure it's like 4 or 5 seconds. Like we can look this up, but it matches whip shot's cooldown. So like remember in vanilla, it's like if you whip shot and you whip shot on cooldown, you essentially have 100%
yeah, it is
uptime.
5 seconds. Just
exactly. Which means
cool.
So that's why I asked like if this change has to do with some item that we haven't gotten to yet that benefits from triggering Inspire. In which case, there's a lot of reasons why even that Mender power, Mender Bender, where you're not only healing your shield but also triggering Inspire again, might actually be beneficial.
Because as we all know, it doesn't stack, so you must be.
Yes.
There's got to be something.
There's got to be something. All right, let's find it.
Especially because it's published differently, so they have revised it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Now I'm like, balance. Oh shit! What else was revised? It's fine. We'll figure it. We'll fix it in post. All right. Haste Paste. What the fuck? 5% ability power. Repair packs grant move speed to target while active. Okay, Kiriko isn't the only one that can grant move speed very cheaply. Very cool. It's quite cool. Chain Extender. Ability power. 50% whip shot range, bro. 50%?
Yes.
That's like 30
That's
meters.
Insane. I mean, that's the anti-fair right there.
Swoosh.
I mean, so it's that plus the
meter,
area, the impact, the 1 meter.
Oh, and it travels longer. The God Ray with the travels further equals more burn.
That's a good point. Yep.
God damn it.
Oh boy,
is so whack, bro.
So that's going to be up to 15% per person. I mean, sorry, no, up to Jesus, can't math today. 4% per meter, right?
Yes. So whatever.
Damn.
30.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
I love it so much. Scavenge Steel. 50 armor. 5% cooldown reduction. Here it is. Here's the cooldown reduction we were talking about. Ability damage grants 3% ultimate charge. Huh. Okay. I mean, and you still can stack catalytic crystal on this.
Yeah.
So,
no, absolutely.
Goddamn. All right. Mitzi's Medicine. 10%, oh my God, 10% ability power, 10% cooldown reduction. Okay, so she already has 2 hero items that grant cooldown reduction for 15%, bro. All right, repair pack healing can overheal allies up to 75 overhealth while active. That's pretty cool.
That's wild.
Damn, that's cool. That's a lot too. I mean, here's the thing. Mercy has a power that nobody picks, which she can overheal 50 overhealth on people. And you literally never see it. And this is an item, a pretty cheap item, that gives insane stats that overheals more.
That's insane.
All right, let's fucking go. Sorry, I need to unrustle my jimmies.
No, rustle them up. It's,
all right.
It's a good look.
Squire's Satchel. 25 armor. While using shield barrier, gain 25% damage reduction. Interesting. I mean, that's good against like Junkrat and Pharah that you're like taking damage anyways while you're shielding. This is kind of cool, actually. Another thing leaning into the tank brig where you can like, you know, you can do some really dangerous things and like kind of purposefully even absorb damage to your back, like while you have your shield out. So like you could be like guarding against their tank or whatever, and then leaving sort of your side exposed to the enemies, and you're kind of just so tanky. 25 damage reduction is insane. That's damage that you're literally tanking for your team and mitigating like a tank.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if the combination of several of these things can overcome her, you know, relatively minuscule health pool, right? Like it's, we see some very strong, like Mei's on point, for example, and it's they can get overwhelmed easily despite some strong cooldowns. So there's going to be some theoretically awesome brig tank builds, but they're going to be over focused very quickly if they present as strong.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Rare survival, Valkyrian Core, 25 armor. After barrier shield is destroyed, it begins regenerating 50% Sonner. All right, well, Sonner is a key term that we're going to have to learn about. You know, we're just going to have to speculate. It's just like we need all the information here. Anyways, That's actually crazy. 50% sooner. Very interesting. I wonder if there's a similar like Orisa Overburn build where you are kind of okay with your shield being destroyed. We haven't seen anything like that yet, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we've I don't know. I just think it's more like a Rhine mirror at this point. Like it's
Right.
it's like, oh yeah, Rhine has it. Why can't Brig have it too?
No, for surezies. Dragon's Incinerator. Sure. Oh my god. Dragon's Incinerator. You're in the furnace now. 25 armor, 20% rally duration, bigly. Enemies within rally are burned for 5% of their max life for 1 second, killing you by the same amount. So
she's just an area effect nuke now.
Okay, this is way too strong.
That's insane.
Like this is a power. This would be like a strong power.
That should be a power.
It's a 9,000 cost item. Cheap.
5% of their max life. That is.
It's a tank ripper too. Like, so here's my thing: is like I think this persists through barriers. Like I don't think you can shield line of sight this.
No, I would assume so. Like I feel like it's gonna behave the same way Soldier's damage field does.
Right.
That burned though for. So can it be cleansed, and how long does that last? Like how often does this apply?
I think it's just I do think it's just because her rally. I think it's like a pulsing thing.
But it specifically says burn, not just damage. So like, can it be cleansed while she's still doing it? Because like you think about like cleanse and its effect on Blizzard.
I would assume
will we have something similar?
Right. Like there should be a duration
Will maybe
here.
able to extinguish it with her item?
I don't think it matters too much, just because I'm going to assume that this burn only lasts 1 second, and so it's like they have to be. It pulses every 1 second, and then it lasts 1 second. Does that make sense?
Okay, so if a Suzu is thrown and it bridges 2 instances of it, it'll mitigate 2 seconds of this.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Or it'll cut off the second that was in progress and mitigate the next second.
Dude, so you don't need to shield. This is like I'm gonna rally and I literally don't need to shield because I'm immortal. Like if you're hitting like 2 of their team with this, like and one of them is their tank, you're healing 5% of their heal plus your inspire plus lifesteal. Like
because of this item, I can definitely see taking that other power round 3 and just having this early excellent ult that wins you your first decision. That's silly.
Yeah, Modsy. The good news is I'm seeing Brig as an absolute monster. Like, I think that there is a lot that she's going to be good at. This is fucking awesome. I'm so glad.
I mean, I feel like she's also going to enable Junkers to a tremendous amount because they don't need to be as responsible for their team. Like, they can just focus on being like a slightly burly DPS. It'll enable Monkey to dive more heavily and more often without worrying about the team if they've got a Brig taking care of them, right? And holding point, etc. Like especially if you're going as like a distance flailer to heal your team at the distance Monkey is jumping, essentially. So these 2 anchor points are going to be tremendous.
Dude, real, fucking real, bro. Oh my god.
No, yeah, yes, for sure she will. That's a good point, Monty.
Yeah, going to counter my May tank build with that item. Oh my god. I mean, this is why this is crazy. Is this like it's 5% of max life is already crazy for like a tank to be healing their team with that, like a Rhine. But this is hurting them and life stealing for that identical amount.
I predict this item will last 1 season exactly. Like
this is getting removed.
It will either become a power or be reduced or whatever. Like it's gonna go the way of Chimera's Maw.
Oh my god!
There's no way this lasts.
Dude, all right. Stadium builds.io. I'm assuming, are you a Nomabond with that account? I'll wait for that answer. But yeah, dude, this is gonna be fun. Absolutely, I'm so excited. Oh, I have to like calm down. I'm like, God, I can't take it. The patch notes are just Christmas.
This is so silly.
Yeah, it gets reduced to 3%. Yeah, that sounds right. They love their increments of 3 to 5%. Gotcha. That's cool. Hi, Noma Bond. Yeah, good to see him. Good hanging out. Yeah, this is. I'm gonna be such a Brig enjoyer, and I think there's so many already like overpowered things. But let's keep rolling. All right, let's get you. You got to leave soon, right?
Yeah. Let's finish Brig, and then I'll sign off.
Cool.
All right. So Nullifier Neuro works Oh wow. Okay. Okay, that's actually huge.
Rocket Flow damage reduces cooldown of repair packs by 0.5 seconds. Okay, they got
especially
a
if you take that first power, where you can like delete all of your repair packs and become a
god.
god.
Shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's wild.
Oh,
it synergizes with a lot of builds, honestly. If you can get your pre-pack stack back immediately if you're in the fray, and then stack like you with that other power that increases the with the more packs you have active, you save those as a triplicate and just like have a nuke heal.
Yeah.
At that point.
No, that's is crazy.
Yeah.
That's like 6 builds, like 3 of which seem like they could absolutely ball out of control. Like there's a like with a lot of things, there's a critical mass. Or say Mod Z, is there even a cooldown to it? So for the power, it's 10 seconds. So that is a very good observation.
Oh, interesting.
Now, the one of the interesting things like this is that cooldowns that aren't intrinsic, like this, where it's a power that has a cooldown, tends not to be affected by cooldown reduction. But now, I don't know if that's true in all cases, but I know it's true for, like, for example, Snap Kick for Zen, the item for Jump for Ana. Those are not affected by cooldown reduction. So if it is, then what we're talking about becomes even more monstrous. If it isn't, then yeah, you're probably you're not gonna get that super quickly. It's kind of like the cooldown reduction you get from this repair pack thing is more for like, oh, I can now toss it out to my team, in addition to using it for myself every 10 seconds or whatever.
Okay, but Hard Light Weave, that's
oh yeah, Hard Light is going to be a super core. There's so many core things, like even like Super Flexor, Hard Light, you said Mark of the Kitsune if you're an ability power build, like, oh my god, there's so much. All right. Oh, Hard Light Weave. Sorry, I thought you said Hard Light.
You thought Hard Light. Oh no, no. Yeah. I was reading ahead. Hard Light Weave, 25 armor, increased base shield health by 150% of max armor.
Damn.
So I mean, like, easily, coupling that with Vital E or whatever else, like you've already got a pretty good armor basis, Brig, right? And this is gonna, she has a few different things now that scale with her max shield health. So
right.
That is gonna be nice, and that I think also could be a power, like Ryan's barrier increaser is like 200% of extra health that you've garnered, not just armor, but like but it's a scalar of that, and that's all of that power is. So this is a survival item that is tantamount to a Ryan power.
Totally.
Already.
Yeah, I want to look back at okay, so this increases your barrier shield strength, and then the power was double shield strength, I believe, right?
Or you can also heal 33% barrier shield health with Menderbender. And then
barrier size by 60% and barrier health by 100%.
Health by 100%.
And so now, so it's another thing. And by the way, I'm pretty sure, and this is an open question, is like, does the static numeric, the decimal increase in your shield from that item that we just saw, which is based on your armor, does that get multiplied by 100, or does it add to what is already multiplied by 100? Right? I believe, based on Reinhardt's interactions, because he has one that's based on health or whatever. Like I already remember testing like that, and it does do the correct thing, which it does multiply the decimal number, which is even more synergy for sure, like you were saying. So there's a couple builds there for sure. Oh my god, bro.
Okay, yeah, no, it's Christmas. This is great.
Woo!
Okay, so of the things we have discussed, what are you going to try first on, Brick?
Oh my god, I don't fucking know, man.
For me, it's absolutely an ability power and distance mace, inspire uptime build with the burn.
Right.
So it's like maces to faces, God Ray, and the whip shot extender, starting out. Probably also shield bash, shield throw. I mean, sorry. That's where my brain's at.
Sure.
But there's so much to try.
So I'm looking at the powers again. Let me just remind me. Okay, so I think, knowing what I know now with items, I don't know. I do have this fantasy of like being a brig that has a monstrous shield and like being able to assist. So I might try the Giga Shield strat and just see what happens.
I mean, also the classic thing where a brig and a Ryan are just swinging together, and brig is healing Ryan as he swings, and then retreats behind Ryan's shield and whatever. That's gonna get wild now. That is gonna be an unstoppable, especially because there are already so many great swing Ryans out there that are already pretty invincible, and just there's gonna be no stopping this, except of course because if Monkey is present.
True.
So,
yeah, for sure. Well, imagine a Lucio. Imagine a phalanx of Ryan, Lucio, and Brig just like running at people. Everyone heals everyone all the time.
And then throw a medic soldier in the middle of that.
Oh my god! I can't. It's unkillable. Literally, it's like it's gonna be a 30-minute round. They won't kill anyone, but they won't be killed.
And then Junker Queen's just like, I got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna push Q once. No.
Yeah. All right. I got a jet, but dude, it's been real, and I'm very much looking forward to trying these out.
Yes.
Have a good rest of the broadcast. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, Boshek. That's been Boshek. All right, everybody. I'm going to continue, but I want to invite anyone. I mean, everyone here is basically from Stadium IO. So, like, Novavon, if you want to join in voice, you don't have to. I'm just like extending the offer. If someone wants to join, feel free. I'm totally fine just reviewing this stuff on my own. But yeah, let me know if you feel like joining. All right, moving on here. So I'm going to go back up to the top because we skipped forward for Brigitte. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. That's a lot, everybody. All right, we're back on Ash. So let's see, Modzy, you said first is either going to be a super tanky brig or a full weapon power DPS brig. I think I'm with you. I think the thing that gets me to want the tanky brig is the fact that it's that first power. It's the 60% heal when you use all repair packs. Like, I want to get a bunch of health, and I want to be able to use that, and I kind of want to just swing like crazy. And so that's kind of like a hybrid of the two you said. So I don't know, kind of build something around that. But then, yeah, just full-on weapon power of like, it's crazy lifesteal. You know, you're getting Phantasmic Flux. And it didn't for good reason, I imagine. They didn't add, I don't think, like another way to lifesteal for Brig specifically. Because maybe with that cleave, right, and especially maybe even that power, which is a circular attack, like that, maybe that'd just be too much lifesteal. It'd just be very easy for her to essentially hit that critical mass that Ryan hits, where he's just like, yeah, no, I'm actually lifestealing enough where I can just keep swinging and everyone's dead. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting for sure. I think the puzzle is going to be, what are the survivability elements that pairs best with that? Because as usual, it's kind of a trade-off between, am I shielding or am I hitting? And like, so yeah, definitely curious what the best combination is. Yeah. Because there's a kind of a world where you can go a little bit of shield too. And so you're shielding long enough to get that 60% health back from that one power. So yeah, I can kind of see that being good. All right, moving on here. I'm just going to go through some Ash stuff. All right, Ash, head honcho has always been a bit of a gamble. High risk, but not always high reward. With this update, we're making it a safer pick that feels more consistently useful while keeping the overall power ceiling in check. Head honcho power moved resets on reload, decreased cap to 15% down from 30%. What was this? And also, if there's someone in chat that wants to see a specific hero, I can totally jump to those, so let me know. Head honcho was each unscoped shot you land increases the damage of the next scoped shot you land by 5%, up to 30%. So yeah, it was kind of a build that wasn't really being used that much. So now it doesn't reset on reload. So that's the thing. So now you can kind of really stack that up, but they decreased the cap to 15% to make it a little bit more consistent, more quickly. Like, you're not having to stack them up that often. Like, I think you get, 3 shots? Yeah, 3 unscoped shots and you get to max. So that seems like, yeah, more pragmatic. Early detonation now only heals amount of reloaded ammo when restoring health through reload therapy. Early detonation was, yeah, shooting the dynamite reduces the cooldown of dynamite. Now only heals amount of reloaded ammo when restoring health through reload therapy. Which is when you reload a shot, you restore health. I don't really know what this is saying. Was this like a bug or something? Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Thank you. This is why I'm doing it. You're my test subjects. Getting my streamer legs back. I will delete that post haste. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know if this is a bug. Now only heals amount of reloaded ammo when restoring health through reload therapy. Alright, I'm just going to skip over that. Alright, Cassidy. Trusty 6-shooter has always kept him sharp against flyers, but with the spicy stadium powers, the skies have gotten downright unruly. This season, we're giving Cassidy some upgrades to his weaker tricks so that he can hold his own, keep his aim true, and remind everyone who's the fastest draw in the West. And of course, this is after a 25 HP nerf from earlier in the patch notes. Let me switch my hero. All right. My hero, Academia. Sunrise. Increase slow duration to 2.5 seconds. And this is after he ults. Okay, this is formidable now. I always thought this was a really cool power. Using Deadeye slows all visible enemies by 35%. Now it's up for 2.5 seconds. And I believe that was already buffed from like 1 second to 1.5, I think. But so this is now very formidable, and I think the ability power build is going to start to become fun. I might even try it. I'm not an aim enjoyer, but I think they're going to start buffing the ability power. So, all right, Think Flashed added flashbang's hinder duration is increased by 50%. Wow, that's actually going to be crazy against like Moiras and stuff. There's a lot of cases where just that hinder it's just not long enough to actually get the kill. And now that we're going to have Tracer, so this is going to be an anti-Tracer as well, which I guess is like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The castes I hate are technically keeping the Tracers in check, so we'll see. Flash in the what power was this, by the way? I think Flashed was when you start a combat roll, leave a flashbang behind. Oh wow, so you even get more flashbangs. So technically, you can chain these. So a Tracer can get hit by the one dropped by combat roll, only for him to have another one and truly 100 to 0, no problem. Crazy. Flash in the pan. Increased ultimate charge to 20%, up from 15%. Where is that? Oh, eliminating an enemy recently damaged by flashbang grants 15% ultimate charge. Now it grants 20. Yep. More ult farming. Quick draw, power, increased distance to 15 meters, up from 9 meters. This one is, after using combat roll, your gun's next primary fire can auto-aim within 9 meters, now 15 meters. Okay. Wanted poster. Let me get to this item first before I read it. Rare survival item. Oh, okay, so this is the one that gives you 500 stadium cash for each Deadeye elimination. Deadeye, now it says added Deadeye damage charges 35% faster on airborne enemies. What? Dude, what? Oh my god. Okay. So you get, if you end up getting like Sunrise, you're slowing them in the air, and then this charges faster, and then heaven forbid you actually go the ability power, which does make his ult charge faster, of course. So if you actually do go an ability power especially, this is just simply a rare item, and like you're gonna kill them in like a second. Like you'll charge it for like literally a second, and they'll die. This is kind of awesome. If they have like 3 flyers, right? Juno, Mercy, Freya, Pharah, like you just get under their feet, just like literally dive in, ult, and they'll all die in a second. All right. Yeah, and seriously, don't jump, dude. Take your space bar off of your keyboard. Wild stuff. Freya. Continues to struggle at generating currency compared to other damage options, which is great. I've actually been really enjoying Freya's, especially ability power builds. It's like the one DPS that I actually feel super confident on. Weirdly, Hanzo is my main in a lot of ways in vanilla. You know, I just have to get lucky. I'm just, yeah, that's it. I'm a luck-based hero. With the improved counterplay options in the armory and the introduction of draft, we are bumping up her currency generation from damage to help increase her consistency in stadium. Hell yeah! Increase income from damage and healing by 11.7%. May, based on our testing data, May is having a hard time dealing with flyers. No, no shit. This update gives her a new counter item to help level the playing field and give her a bit more edge against airborne enemies. Curious what that is, yeah. Cold Spot. It's a rare survival item. Added, primary fire applies 35% slow for 1.5 seconds to an airborne enemy. Woof. What is Cold Spot? It was survival rare. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the one that was Cleansing Burn. Now also, so this is like a complete utility item. So it cleanses burn and now slows airborne enemies significantly. And then of course stacks with your slow from your primary fire. So they're gonna be like crawling. Wild stuff. You could theoretically pair this, yeah, with the range increase power. Some people, like a lot of people, are not going in as much. They're going a weapon power build, but they're kind of just like foregoing the range increase just for the frost armor and going for the other utility items like Blitznado or Colder and stuff like that. All right. You say, Freya, does that mean you can slow someone for 105% with May, Cass, and Junker Queen? Yeah, I mean, there might just be a route. The game's first route is in the game, and it's just, well, other than Hazard, of course, but. All right, Farah. All right, so this is going to be a big one. Yeah, well, let's get the powers out. Let's start looking at the powers. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready to read this yet. Let me give me a second, I'll get this on screen. My cat is in the way of my monitor. How rude. All right, should see it on screen here. Let's get to it. Evasive maneuvers. After using a jump jet, concussive blast gains homing and hinders enemies for 1.5 seconds on direct hit. I'm assuming direct hit just means like you're part of the blast, right? Like you just are affected by it, or is it saying like you need to literally get directly hit by concussive blast? It's kind of interesting. Extra charge. Concussive blast gains 1 extra charge. That's kind of scary. She's just gonna sweep people off the map. You know, on Ilios, you're just like near the, you're remotely near the edge, and she goes, pew, pew, and just saying you're gone. Sorry. Launch vector. Whenever you knock back an enemy with concussive blast, fire 3 homing mini rockets at them. Bro, that's cool. Like, please. So wait, does that mean if you hit multiple people with concussive blast, do they all get 3 mini rockets? I'm assuming so. That's crazy. And I'm assuming these rockets scale with weapon power. But we need to test that. Because I could absolutely see them being ability power as well. Blitz Barrage. Gain 40% move speed during barrage. Which is basically the facet. The perk from Vanilla. After using Jet Dash, fire a barrage with 50% fewer mini rockets. Okay, so they gave her the Reaper treatment with Death Blossom. Okay, interesting. I'm just processing this for a moment. I'm scared of this. I don't like this at all. Okay. Thanks, I hate it. No, it's cool. For all your Farah enjoyers out there, I'm sure there's a lot of fun to be had. Carpet Bomb. Gain 40% move speed during barrage. Wait. Oh. This must be out of date. Okay, we actually have to go to the list. You know what? I'm just going to start verifying these by the patch notes because these powers are obviously bugged. Okay, so Blitz Barrage is the one that provides move speed. And in fact, it's 60% fewer mini rockets. And oh, there's actually 2. No, it's legit. We about to eat, dude. I'm happy for your happiness. Please have mercy. And I don't mean actually have mercy. I don't want to see Farm Mercy. I don't want to see Mercy Amp and Farah. I sing have mercy on me. You know what I'm saying? Give me the mercy pick in the draft so that I get rezzed when you kill me. Thank you. All right. So I'm finding this interesting. Yeah, there's 2 different powers that give move speed during Barrage. And so I guess they stack. And you're just like a race car during your ult. That is a wild concept. Okay, cool. Mini rockets gain 50% ability lifesteal. Okay, come on, bro. Recursion battery. So this is just raw stats. It's rare to see powers that literally just give raw stats. They're basically just an item, but it's really cool. I actually like it a lot, like in some ways. There should be a little bit of these powers. I think a like stat juicer power is pretty sweet. Like I almost think like everyone should have one if it like makes sense within the kit. Add this with Phantasmic Flux. Add this with Blitz Barrage, where you're doing a bunch of like small mini ults. And yeah, you're going to have a lot of overhealth, which is pretty dope. Cyclic Salvo. Rocket launcher direct hits grant 10 fuel and reduce your cooldowns by 1 second. Okay. I want to see how much fuel is that. I actually don't know how much she normally has. Wait. Oh, doesn't really say, does it? All right. All right. Cool. Have to look on the wiki. Classic. Oh my God, Reaper with yeah 50% ability lifesteal power. Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd almost be overkill, to be honest, because he has the power that doubles lifesteal. All right, let's go back. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that's either like 1/5 or 1/10 of your fuel charge. It's pretty cool, I guess. I don't really know if I see that used often. Fuel Depot. Rocket launcher direct hits permanently increases your maximum fuel by 2. Wow. Stacking up to 25 times. That's kind of wild. It's funny that these 2 powers kind of do a similar thing. Like one of them is, hey, you get fuel like immediately when you direct hit. And then and of course grabs cooldown reduction as well. But then the other one's like, you're just gonna get permanent fuel. All right, triple volley. After using an ability, your next primary fire fires 3 rockets that each deal 40% damage. I wonder if this is like a split, like Kiri's 3 kunai, or if it's like one after the other. Triple volley. I'm gonna assume that it's all at once. It'd be cool if it was in like a triangle formation, not like in a row like Kiri's is. I'm just gonna assume that's true. Yeah, I could see damage reduction being crazy on Reaper. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. Or at least build it into the other powers, which I think they've started to do a bit. Triple volley. Fuel conversion. Jet dash gains a 50% cooldown reduction, but now costs 65 fuel. It's the blink boots treatment, everybody. They didn't learn. Everybody. All right. Interesting. So I guess there's some synergy between this and like the direct hit thing. So it's costing fuel, and so you're not able to like fly as much. So you're kind of grounded, but you're constantly jet dashing. Which you could go the Blitz Barrage route And so, like, you're constantly blitz barraging. God, there's like 3 powers that really make sense together. Well, even 4. Like, blitz barrage for the 40% movement speed and for ulting on dash. Then carpet bomb for increased duration and additional movement speed. You probably take that one fourth because it's kind of less important. I don't know, maybe you do. You get ability lifesteal directly from recursion battery. Maybe that's the 4th one, because maybe you don't really care about ability lifesteal because you can get that through like whatever pretty cheaply with items or whatever. But then late game you're getting owned, so maybe as a 7th it could be decent. But then this one with fuel conversion just makes it happen 50% more often. Like, that's actually meaningful. It's a fuck ton of cooldown reduction, dude. Well, that, and I don't know if there's a cap on cooldown reduction. Like, I thought there was a cap at 50% cooldown reduction, because usually you don't get there. You can't get there with items. So I'm really interested to find out if you can get, 75% cooldown reduction. I mean, with items, you could theoretically get like 85% on Jet Dash, which is like literally permanent uptime on your ult or whatever. Okay. Heat Seekers. After using Jet Dash, your next primary fire locks onto enemies. Wow. Right, I saw that in the trailer. Totally forgot. Crazy. I mean, that could work with fuel conversion pretty well, too. Because even if you're... Well, no, because if you're going ability power or weapon power, you kind of choose a lane. So you wouldn't necessarily benefit from both. But, yeah, both builds can work, yeah. Speed kills. Dealing weapon damage grants 5% move speed and 3% attack speed for 3 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. Direct hits grants double stacks. Huh. Interesting. I see ammo being a problem, right? But I guess if you go cyclic salvo... Wait, no. That's fuel and cooldown reduction. So yeah, there's no refund on rockets yet, unless we go to items. So I'm sure there is. Let's check it out with items. All right, on to items. I'm going to take it off the screen this time because I'm a professional streamer guy. Definitely knows what he's doing. Oh, we're already there. I mean, I just look at precision targeting. Rocket launcher direct hits, restore 1 ammo. So yeah, I guess you could go like fuel conversion for tons of jets, heat-seeking rockets, and then every single one restores 1 ammo, and so you're just constantly doing it. Oh, I was looking at speed kills, right? With the attack speed, you're essentially getting what, 18% attack speed for free and 30% move speed for free. And so you could go speed kills and just be getting like direct hits over and over. But yeah, I guess it's hard to do that. So, but that's pretty cool. All right, blast enhancer, 25% rocket launcher explosion radius, classic. Seems good. This is really expensive though. Look at precision targeting. Yeah, it's almost Eye of the Spider. Rocket launcher direct hits, restore 1 ammo. So yeah, I mean you're getting good stats, 20% weapon power. And I could absolutely see this being better. Someone would be like, well, I can't crit. And so I'm not going to get the closer, but I will get Eye of the Spider and I will get precision targeting. So really good stat economy, I guess, for like super rich Pharahs. Definitely true. I don't know, like, do you see speed kills like seem so OP? Like, I guess you won't be able to run from her if she's actually damaging you. And it does say dealing weapon damage grants these stacks. So it makes me wonder, if you hit multiple targets with it, does she get multiple stacks? It says direct hits grant double stacks. So you could like hit one person directly and hit one other person indirectly, and would that be 3 stacks? Because that would be crazy. Definitely agree. It just only lasts for 3 seconds, and so it's like her magazine is really the kind of the blocker here. Yeah. All right, back on items, yeah. Cairo Coolant, 5% cooldown reduction. When you knock yourself back with concussive blast, gain 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. Whew. That's legit. That's legit. Overcharged ordnance. Mini rocket explosion radius. Wow. So good with that build. Helix Inhibitor. Concussive Blasts slows affected enemies by 20% for 2 seconds. It's like there's a hinder power with that, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Flight plan. After using Jump Jet or Jump Dash, gain 25% overhealth for 3 seconds. Oh, it's just it's a, what was it called? It's blanking. It's the 5% cooldown reduction, 25 overhealth item on ability use. Ironclad Exhaust Ports. We'll have to find out if this also stacks to a weird cap like 100 like Ironclad Exhaust Ports used to. But I could see this being an early pickup just to like get pretty good overhealth. I mean, essentially that's how Freya is like for me, round 2, I'm getting that survival item that makes it so that when you use Updraft, you get 50 overhealth. And then when you use, the Ironclad Exhaust Ports, you're getting 25 as well. I gotta be right back real quick, so apologize everybody, but I will be back. All right, I am back, everybody. Apologize for that. I have a Chipotle catering order that I need to pick up tomorrow for an event. And we thought it was the wrong day, maybe. So that would suck. Got that cleared up. It was the right day, if you care. Where were we? Yes, tuned turbines. Hover jets consume 20% less fuel. So there's definitely like a perma-flight kind of deal here. Don't know how I feel about that. She's so quiet when she's flying too. All right. Forward shielding, 10 ability power. When you use barrage, gain 25% of your max life as overhealth for 3 seconds. And I'm assuming this includes the blitz barrage that you would get from jet dash from the power. Damn, that's really good if so. And I assume it would, because it says after using jet dash, fire a barrage with 50% fewer mini rockets. So it just fires a barrage, so should trigger. There's no doubt about it, right? Like, I feel like just with Reaper spin to win build, I feel like this Blitz Barrage build is going to be crazy. I guess the big problem is just going to be your defense. So this is the first thing that's really helped you with that defense portion. You might actually have, maybe that is the reason why you have to get the ability lifesteal sooner rather than later, maybe like round 3. So you go Blitz Barrage and then you go the 50% lifesteal power just to juice your ability power so you don't die. I could totally see that being possible. Yeah, literally unkillable. Like, maybe round 2. Round 2 is your time to kill her. Round 3, you're fucked. I'm just kidding. We'll see. All right, Anna's aim assist. Oh man, Anna, you were supposed to fight the council, not join them. Rocket launcher direct hits heal 15% of your maximum health over 3 seconds. Excuse me? Excuse me? Can you imagine if this stacked independently? So you talked about speed kills being crazy. Imagine if these like stacked independently of each other and you just hit a bunch and you're just healing like crazy. Yeah, no cooldown. So either you can keep it up 100%, like, because I mean it's 50% over 3 seconds, so it's like 5% per second or whatever. But I mean, like, yeah, very, very good. The sustain on this, especially the cash gen too. Like if this works with cash gen, which we have reason to believe, you know, the precedent is most likely this does generate cash unless it's like probably bugged. You're just getting shot a bit, and then these direct hits are just like healing you like crazy. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, for sure. Not all heroes wear capes, but Modsy does. Anna. Live data shows that Anna currently earns the lowest average currency at late game. While her overall performance has improved, we want to ensure she has enough resources to make meaningful and strategic choices in the armory. This update should help boost her economy and open up more build paths. Increased income from damage and healing by 11%. Damn. Very cool. I mean, I already found that Anna generates more cash if she goes venomous and is using her grenade for purpling rather than golding. Just in general, just felt that way. So, I mean, that plus this. Oh, interesting. Venomous power, set duration to 2 seconds. Interesting. Freya is the only hero that doesn't generate cash with her healing. I did notice that, and I actually kind of like that item sometimes. So that was a really funny observation. Clearly a bug with that. That's the outlier, yeah. So venomous. So set duration to 2 seconds. I'm assuming that is talking talking about it being like what, 1.5 now currently or something, 1.75. Oh, I see. It was over the deals an additional 75 damage over its duration, and so now it's 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. Interesting. So it does the damage quicker. So that's a buff. Like I say, pretty significant buff. Now I wonder, hold on, so target tracker increases the duration of biotic grenade. I'm just assuming that doesn't increase, like it doesn't, last time I tested this, it increased the duration, but not the damage. The total damage was static. So it technically made it worse. The damage per second went down while the duration is increased and while the total damage is the same. So yeah, probably doesn't have any interaction with that change. Yeah, so there's the duration increase, and then there's the like the more people you hit, cooldown reduction, and when people are affected for each target, you get attack speed. But yeah, and I think that was the only thing that should intersect with that. I don't know. Like, I don't think it was a nerf, right? Because I mean, I think the only thing that changed was that the damage is occurring quicker now. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, that item was, yeah, that item is a nerf. If you use that item, then it's technically was worse, and now it'll be unaffected. Yeah. And I think just overall it's a buff, yeah, in terms of compared to normal usage without the item. Now it's just like more burst damage. I guess the only thing that's technically a nerf is if you were using liquid nitrogen, because the old method was applying liquid nitrogen for longer, and now it won't. But that's I think that's very minor. And I don't think anyone was using liquid nitrogen anyways. It seems pretty good though. I mean, I imagine that's still pretty good, but she has so many items she wants to buy that like, I feel like liquid nitrogen was just not a priority. All right, tranquilizer added 10% cooldown reduction. Is this what I think it is? It is. So now this item that's already goated, that people were already getting, now also gives 10% cooldown reduction. Wow. Just wow. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, I'm glad that they did this because, I mean, this item having no stats felt so bad. You're just like, oh my god, 10k and I don't have any stats, please. Like, even HP would be better, right? Just give her some tankiness, but like, I also understand she has a lot of other things that can give her tankiness. And so, wow, 10% cooldown reduction, that's legit. That's legit. Yeah, so 40% with double dosage. Just by itself. And then you can get, of course, you can get a Iridescent Iris, leans directly into this pretty well, considering that the ability power will also be useful in lethal dosage, doing giga damage. Does so much damage, actually. And then you like full heal off of it. You're like 50 ability lifesteal is crazy. You like throw a grenade, hit 2 people, and you're like, cool, yeah, I'm just like full heal now. So yeah, I think with Venomous, like you go like Venomous and get this tranquilizer stuff, and it just seems so good. Wow. Might actually have to play Anna. I'm excited because I love Anna. That was my main healer in vanilla originally. All right, we went through Brigitte. Scrolling. We are now at Juno. Developer comments, Juno lost her blinky shoes and her performance took a hit. Yeah. While some players were happy to see her less airborne, it made it much harder for Juno to stay impactful. Yes, because the only thing that made her really impactful was Mark the Kitsune, three-tap Tommy gun, Lumerico fusion drive, and Ironclad exhaust ports, which got nerfed. This buff helps her regain strength while making sure she doesn't end up permanently zipping around the skies. Let's see what they did. Let them cook. Orbital alignment. Now enemies within the orbital ray will float up. Okay, are you kidding me, dude? They're really trying to make this power work, by the way. So orbital alignment is the one that follows you. But it was always kind of awkward because it kind of just... I don't know, it's latent. If it stayed directly on you, that'd be one thing. But they buffed it a number of ways. Oh, sorry, they buffed Stellar Focus, which the duration is now 50% increased. Orbital Alignment, I think, might have gotten some buffs, but this ultimately didn't get used too much either. But now it lifts them? That is so crazy. Juno C9, like, for real, for real. Oh, you mean like uptime on the sleep? So like 80% uptime or something? That'd be wild. You're just like keeping someone just permanently not playing the video game. I mean, if they don't buy cushion padding at that point, you know, like who's the real jabroni? You know what I mean? Yeah, Juno C9 is interesting. Because they're slowed, right? So it's going to be hard for them to move out of it. And then if you had Stellar Focus as well, then they're like, oh, I like literally can't leave. They're just, you're now a satellite, enjoy. You don't get to play the video game either. Sleep them into this. That's funny. I don't know. It's a kind of a meme, but it's a really funny meme. Okay, back to it. Blink Boots. Increase cooldown reduction to 40%, from 30. Okay, and they walk that back a little bit. Lucio. More dunking. Okay, so they definitely want the dunking to be a thing. Beat drop power. Increase max damage from landing on an enemy to 250. And this can crit, by the way. Or at least, I think you only get to the 250 if you literally, like, crit them with, like, you sit on their face. I do think this is a cool power. My thing is I think that it needed to translate better to the power where when you amp it up, you also do a beat drop. Because it currently scales to only the 15% effectiveness or 85% reduced effectiveness. I believe the damage is also reduced. I think that key term effectiveness actually means like literally every stat, from what I can tell. Mercy. Wow, here we go. Crep Circle removed. I'm jumping forward. Crep Circle removed. Can you believe it? I loved Crep Circle so much. I was the first Crep Circle enjoyer before it was cool. Day one. Mercy has consistently been one of the top heroes in Stadium and hasn't yet recovered or received any major updates. In this update, we have a large suite of changes with the goal of adding more variety how Mercy players can build. Most notably, Crep Circle has been replaced. It has long been a dominant pick that made it very difficult to build any other way, as well as being a pain point for Mercy opponents. However, we've added 2 new powers in its place, so we'll hope you'll enjoy exploring the new options. We've tried to make ability power builds and the blaster builds more realistic with new power interactions and updated itemization. Wait, if they're taking away 1 power and adding 2 new powers, isn't that like too many powers? Isn't that... That's like 13 powers. Am I crazy? Triage unit. Changed to now increase all healing from Mercy instead of the staff. Oh, cool. That's good. Bonus healing reduced to 25% to compensate. Alright. Alright. Threads of Fate. Sorry. Threads of Fate power. Reduced chain effectiveness to 35%. That's pretty impactful. I think, like, so the old build-up, oh god, this is going to be change the build-up so much. This is interesting. Battlematic got nerfed too. Okay, I was wondering if this one would fly under the radar. Attack speed per stack reduced to 3% down from 4. But here's the thing: the Battle Medic was only good because it synergizes Crep Circle. So yeah, like I feel like Battle Medic is like no longer a thing unless they're adding a bunch of tools, right? That's what they claimed. They're going to try to make the blaster more realistic. So let's see. We'll see. We'll let them cook. Serenity reduced extra healing to 10% down from 20. Damn, they're already dead. Protective beam power added additional effect. Staff. I don't know how to pronounce this. Caduceus. I'll say caduceus staff. Stays tethered 1 second longer to allies not in line of sight. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This was always a very powerful thing about Mercy, and kind of felt cheesy, and they're leaning into it. So you can just like peek, and you're like, you can't interact with Mercy. Like, she's behind the wall. Don't worry about it. This seems really interesting. Combine this with the heal range item, and you're kind of like this heal sniper. You're just like poke, and you're just like, you can't, you're not playing the video game with me. Like, I'm playing my own game. Good luck. Tethered Tourniquet. It's a new power. After swapping to Blaster, your staff automatically heals allies at 100% effectiveness for every 1 second you spent tethered. Wait. Sorry, I've been looking at text for a long time, and I'm like getting DDoSed. My brain's getting DDoSed. Whoever's DDoSing me, stop. What is, okay, so your staff automatically heals allies at 100% effectiveness. What does that mean? Like, which allies? You swapped to your blaster, you're not healing anyone. Is this everyone? Like all allies? I'm so confused. I feel like the wording is a little weird. No, you might be right, because I didn't read this yet. I think the new power is good with Battle Medic. So this is the Crep Circle replacement, essentially. But I still don't know what this means. Staff automatically heals allies. So is it literally the Crep Circle effect, but just the heal? I feel like they could have worded that way better. Because like Crep Circle literally said like anyone in range of your normal beam like gets a heal, and it doesn't say that anywhere here. So, but yeah, okay, no, yeah, now it's good. Now it's actually good. And 100% effectiveness. That's a new effect. So it's like a burst heal. And it doesn't require ult charge like Crep Circle did. Right? It's like, isn't this way stronger? I'm confused. Was it really just the blue beam that they were worried about from Crep Circle? So they actually went, okay, you don't get blue beam, but you get like a giga gold beam. This is wild shit. I'm just gonna have to see it. Supply surge, power, reloading your staff. Grants out, wait, what the fuck does reloading your staff mean? Excuse me? Oh, you think it's just the last person, huh? Automatically heal, but it says heals allies. Is it just, yeah, maybe it's, okay, they're gonna have to fix the wording here. All right, anyways, what's with this wording? Who made these? Reloading your staff grants allies affected by it 20%, affected by it 20% move speed for 2 seconds. Oh, sorry, I needed to read the whole thing. My bad, I get it. I was taking it one step at a time because, I don't know. They should say pushing the reload button. Not reloading the staff. You don't reload the staff, bro. All right, 10-second cooldown. All right, sweet. This is actually sick. Reloading co-staff grants allies affected by a 20% move speed for 2 seconds, restores 50% ammo, and reduces their cooldowns by 3 seconds. What the hell? The lowest HP hero? Oh my gosh. So wait, do you have access to the beta? Please, get me in. I need it. Just don't give it to me. It's off the record. Just I'll poke you. The DMs. Check the DMs. All right. Anyways, I like how it doesn't even say it's the lowest HP hero. That's really cool though. I mean, if it's like literally you're the lowest hero on the map, right? That means you have like a flash heal for someone who's completely away from you, right? That's wild. Yeah, I'm seeing 13 powers. That's why it confuses me a little bit. This will be the first time they've ever had 13 powers in the UI. I'm clicking this link. Full send. Okay, so, okay, yeah, so it's a single target crept circle with just the gold beam, but it's at giga amped effectiveness. Okay, I love this. This is sick. And the thing is, I love that you can do it without ult. Like, you'll be able to do this literally every 10 seconds. This is sick. I love this. Let them cook. Okay, so it does appear to be the lowest health because the bot on the left has much larger health pool. So it's not percentage of health. It's numerically their health, which I think I almost would prefer if it was percentage, but it's okay. That's really cool. Thank you for showing that. I'm not a big Twitter user. Probably should be. But this is okay, so let's talk about this reloading. So 20% move speed, 50% ammo, reduce their cooldowns. I think like that can be kind of epic, right? Like Mei, you'd be giving Mei her ice block like way sooner. The fact that it's not a percentage reduction in cooldown, but a static one, means it's like exploitable. Like for example, if Brig uses her whip shot and shield bash, you can instantly make those off cooldown. She gets another one. She just gets to burst people like 4 abilities in a second. Sounds pretty sick. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I mean, I like cool stuff like this, right? Like utility. Like you're a tacticianer, you know? You're a god of insight and luck. Glass extra full. Change to a rare weapon hero item from a power. Oh, okay, so this is not 13. This is where the... Okay, I see. I should stop like making assumptions before I read everything. Change to a rare weapon hero item from a power. Attack speed now grants up to 25 over health when healing full health allies, down from 50. This is way better. Oh my god, it's a cheap item. It's 4,500? Yeah, this is great. This is great. Gives a little bit of stats. It's not like it's, you know, you don't get anything for it. This is pickable. This is pickable. Maybe you get this over aftermarket firing pin. Or maybe even instead of the one where you get, you know, 15% stats when you're in flying. Just because there's some times where you need to heal not flying, so I could see you getting aftermarket firing pin just for the Guardian Angel move speed. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 13 powers anymore because they're changing this glass extra full to a item from a power. So the things that are leaving are crept circle, glass extra full, and then they're adding 2 new powers. Chain Evoker. Change to now grant 50 health instead of 50 armor. Come on. Crepe Circle was the main reason this was problematic, but I guess this chain heal is also still a problem. Threads of Fate. Fair enough. Yeah, they do like their HP with items, especially Mercy. Angelic Acrobatics added 15% ability power. Cost increased. Oh, this is the one where you burst your jump speed, which is actually very good, I think. No, that was Blessed Boosters. What am I talking about? Oh, okay. Angelic Acrobatics is the one that does the move speed and the cooldown starts as soon as you jump or crouch. Now also applies a crap ton of ability power. Nice. That's good. I think people really wanted to make the ability power build work, so this is... I mean, I feel like this is going to enable it enough. For sure, because this was like a core item. Plus the fact that Triage Unit, which was inherent synergy, is now going to benefit Wambulance. Blessed Boosters. Change to an epic ability hero item. Wait, what? Oh, it's not booster jets, I see. Okay, Blessed Boosters. Oh, I see. Now it's going to be in the hero tab, or sorry, in the ability tab. So currently it is in the survival tab, gives 50 health, launch velocity, which is great. Now it's going to be in the ability tab. And gives ability power. Reduced health to 25, down from 50. Wow, okay. That's really good. The fact that both these items that you really wanted are just going to be there for you now, without any concessions. That's legit. So does those two things go together? No, you basically pick one of the two in terms of battle medic and all that. Yeah, you're either going ability power like single target triage heals, or you're going, yeah, battle medic, which seems really cool. All right. Armory, general items. These general item changes are aimed at overall making you feel like you have more viable options to select within the armory. We're improving situational itemization in the common and rare tiers, particularly against flyers. We're also adding some more survivability, particularly in some of the less popular rare items. So there's more options for damage-oriented builds in the mid-game. Okay, so this is where the health you were talking about. Common survival general item. New, 10 health. After taking damage beyond 20 meters, gained 50 overhealth for 3 seconds. Damn, that's really cool. Holy shit. That's so much. This is going to be great for supports. Fuck yeah. Wambulance is pretty good now, and all those buffs on AP. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, Wambulance is going to be very legit. I mean, Mark of the Kitsune, right? Like, synergizing extremely well with that. Oh, and Super Flexor. Dude, Super Flexor is so good for that build. So you're just going to get instantly 5 stacks. You have, 25 ability power, and it gives you health and weapon power. Hell yeah. This is probably the best case for Super Flexor I've ever seen. Mark of the Kitsune, hell yeah. Lumerico Fusion Drive, hell yeah. So this is your survivability. And it gives great stats unless they're nerfing it. I need to honestly look, because I think that they probably need to nerf this item. So let's go see if they do that. I'm just actually gonna scroll just for that, because I want to see. Boshik and I have really been wondering. Seriously? They're not gonna change it? That's wild, bro. It's such a good item. I mean, great. Cool. I mean, ability power builds tend to fall behind, weapon power, all things being equal, so I appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Icarus Protocol. General rare weapon item. Health, weapon power, Weapon damage to airborne targets above 3 meters deals 10 bonus damage and slows the enemy by 25% for 3 seconds. Wow. It's interesting they have a lot of these cooldowns now on items. That's a new thing. That's pretty sweet. Hopefully they have the UI elements to help you track this, though. And they're doing the above 3 meters, so people who are just barely getting jumping are affected. That's a good job. Did they do that for aerial distressor as well? They didn't. Why? Why would you do this just for this item and not for aerial distressor? This seems very interesting. But okay. I guess it's an epic item for aerial distressor, so technically it should be better. Skyline Nanites, ability power. Or sorry, ability lifesteal. Ability damage to airborne enemies above 3 deal 20% bonus damage over 3 seconds. And this doesn't have a cooldown, by the way. Interesting. What's the biggest exploitation of this? What's the most ability power damage? Like, we're talking rockets from Soldier. Huh. I feel like this is going to be really good. This is going to make Moira's ult even better. Moira ult is like pretty good against flyers, but they tend to be squirrely and kind of line of sight. But I mean, this just literally amps your damage by another 20%. So my Moira build, Hollow Purple, getting yet another buff. Goated. Oh, Ash Dynamite. Sounds insane. 1 Dynamite and I'm die. Okay, moving on. Field rations. Comms survival. Change to move speed every time you respawn instead of just the first time. Yeah, I don't know who was picking this, honestly. I think this is way better. This now is a very pickable item. Holy shit. I think this is goated. To be able to run back faster is such a huge... There's so many times you don't get back there fast enough. And the other thing is, I think there's some characters that multiply their move speed. So, like, essentially it's more than 30% in some cases. Like for example, Mercy's Guardian Angel. You're just like a fucking race car. This is a very good item. This is 1,000 cash. So this is going to be the fill item, I think, round 1 in a lot of cases. Like, you'll get whatever, attack power, attack speed, and if you don't need weapon ability power, then you might get this. If you don't really care about armor or whatever, even though it's always good, but this is crazy. First aid kit. Now also reduces shield regeneration time. Oh, nice. Okay. That was always awkward. If you're a shield user, like, your shield's just gonna regenerate. Okay, this is crazy for... Wait, oh. Yeah, it's going to be good on Ana or Zen. Yeah, exactly. Wait, field rations. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, did I fuck that up? My bad. Wait, why did they put... No, this doesn't make sense. It literally was running shoes. Like, this only makes sense for running shoes. Yeah, field rations is while on the objective, restore 8 life every 1 second. So they just fucked this up. Yeah, it has to be referring to running shoes. It's the only one that makes sense, because this one says at the start of the round. Yeah. Okay. So it's just a typo. Classic. I mean, that's real. I was wondering that. It's like, but the hubris, though, right? If you don't need to run back if you don't die, but it's like, what do you care more about? Snowballing if you're winning, or being able to come back if you're losing? I'd say the latter, perhaps. Yeah, this is just a bug. Cool. But yeah, this is insane. I'm gonna call it. First aid kit. This is in a Zen buff. Zen buff right here. I mean Juno too. Maybe a Sigma buff too, or whatever. But like, mainly Zen is always the one that's not taking flak fire. Like, I'm gonna dip around the corner and I'm gonna regen. So if my shield regens quicker, that's huge. This is goated. Stockpile added 10 health. Stockpile was... I mean, this probably doesn't matter. It's literally 10 health, but whatever. The hell was stockpile? It's not on here. I don't know what stockpile is. Oh, was that the weapon power one? Yeah. It's the one that gives you 5 attack speed, 25% max ammo, now 10 health. Okay, cool. Oh, I die. I'll definitely need that item. HD. Emergency chip. Changed from while you are below 150 life, gain 50% life steal, to every life if you would go below 150 health. Gain 50 over health and 15% weapon life steal for 3 seconds. Interesting. I don't think this is good. This is bad, right? Okay, maybe it's good. I don't know. I guess it's like if you're dueling. I guess if you're like a DPS, it's like really dueling, and you're like, this kill actually matters. I don't know. It's because it's every life. Like, if this was somehow not every life, there's some of them where you're like, for example, with Zen, where it's the burst damage that occurs when your shield is fully depleted. It's like, oh, if you're shielded for 6 seconds, then it'll recharge. I feel like something like that would be better. Where if it's, if you've been, it has a minute cooldown, essentially, or something like that. Like, I don't know why they just didn't put a cooldown on this. It's kind of weird. Techno Leech. Added 25 health, 5% weapon power, changed to attack speed. Techno Leech is the one that currently does weapon power and weapon lifesteal, and now it's just attack speed and has health. So I feel like Techno Leech is just really good now. Techno Leech was actually the one you'd almost pick over Emergency Chip. And now Emergency Chip is worse. It's kind of a different purpose. But now, yeah, Techno Leech is even better. Wrist Wraps. 10 health. Junker Whatchamajig. 25 health. Vitality Amplifier. What was this one? Ability Rare. Ah, right. I was never really picking this one because I didn't like it. 10 ability lifesteal, and while above 80% life, you also get the power. Change to now while above 50% life, gain ability power, but otherwise gain 15% ability lifesteal, and abilities refresh 10% faster. Oh, okay. That's maybe good? Probably good. This might be good now. Increase health to shield conversion to 150. Up from 100. Wow. Just get 150 shield. Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, they wouldn't... I don't think they would give this treatment to the armor version, right? Which is... Vital E. Right. I don't think they would give this to Vital E. And they didn't. So there you go. The thing is, I don't think people are gonna get shields. I don't think this is the change that's needed in a lot of cases. Because the thing that makes shield really good is having the ability to buy Crusader Hydraulics or Reinforced Titanium to get the 10%/15% mitigation on weapon damage and ability damage respectively. So the people who already have shields are the ones that are getting things. And if not, you're not gonna get... You don't care about 150 shields. I feel like you care more about 100 armor if you're going to buy one or the other. And they're basically the same price. Reinforced titanium. Yeah, I was just talking about this. Wow, so this got buffed too. Added 5% ability power while you have shields. Okay, this is so good. I was already buying this item on Zen. This is insane. This is so good. What can I say? Success. Iron Eyes. Added move speed. And it's cheaper. Hell yeah. You love to see it. Cassidy's Who Can Click My Face. Kick rocks. Bloodbound. Rarity changed to rare. Down from epic. Cost reduced to 4,000. No shit? Oh my gosh. I mean, I know nobody was buying this, but like there was a game I did buy it to highlight your enemies when they're near and they deal less damage to you. Like this is a great Zen item already. It was like, I just need to duel people and they're going to come to me and I'm going to know they're coming. And now it's 4,000 without any other changes? Wait, they didn't even reduce the health? Wait, is this seriously giving you 50 health still? Look at this. I feel like this is a typo. Bloodbound currently gets 50 health. And they're revealed. And you deal more damage to them and you take less damage from them. And they're just saying straight up that like, it's the same item, it's just cheaper. I feel like there's no way, right? I mean, it's even hard to get 50 health from a blue anyways. Like literally, like nothing gives you 50 health. I think Mecha Z series is the only thing that gives you 50 health. And not even in the early game. And let alone all the other benefits of Bloodbound. There's no way. I'm calling bullshit. That item will be picked by everyone if if it doesn't change. What the hell? Okay, sorry. Crusader Hydraulics. All right, let's switch back. Added 5% attack speed when you have armor. Wait, for real? Change from okay. Change from heal for 20% of damage taken to gain over health equal to 20% of damage taken for 3 seconds. Wait, what? Changed from heal for 20% of damage. This isn't how it was before. What are they talking about? Excuse me? Like we're looking at Crusader Hydraulics right now, and it's has nothing to do with healing, and it's not 20%. All right, it's fine. Small indie company. Damage condition now tracks pre-mitigation damage for synergy with other damage reduction effects. I feel like this is a very important statement that I'm not getting yet. Oh, so, okay, sorry. So this is completely wrong. You're right. This isn't talking about Crusader Hydraulics. I think this is talking about Divine Intervention, right? Because that specific, okay. That specifically says when you take more than 100 damage, restore 20% of the damage taken and start regenerating your shields. Okay, thank you. You're totally right. God, why do they do this? All right, so now it's saying added, but it's talking about when you have armor. This item gives shields. So I guess it's, okay, I don't know what's happening. Maybe, but it says, yeah, to gain over health equal to 20% of the damage taken for 3 seconds. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I understand that this can make you immortal and why people were buying it. And whereas this, like the overhealth at least kind of drops, so theoretically. But if you continue to skirmish, it's essentially the same thing, right? I guess the other benefit, I don't know. Well, I guess the benefit in this favor is that overhealth doesn't generate cash for them, right? Or whatever. Cash or old charge, I forget which one it is. So now they generate overhealth. And the other thing is it'll be more apparent that it triggered. That was the thing for me. Is like sometimes I was like, oh, did it actually trigger? Did it actually do the thing? Oh, thank you. Yep, I think you're right. First line is Crusader Hydraulics, and then they just literally didn't add the... Okay, thank you. You intuited that way better than I did. Okay, I'm definitely tired. All right, moving on. Damage condition now tracks pre-mitigation damage for synergy with other damage-reducing effects. Okay, so it's saying it is going to trigger meet the condition for 100 damage before any mitigation. So you're not shooting yourself in the foot by getting Crusader Hydraulics or whatever, while also buying this item. That's cool. Damage condition now tracks damage within a 0.2 second period. Okay, very cool. I mean, I feel like they just buffed Divine Intervention and everyone was already using it, right? Cool, I guess. If you know, you know. Sonic Recharger, cost decreased. Overdrive Core, cost decreased. And I think these were both like... Wait. Overdrive Core, which one's that? Okay, it's saying it was a weapon item, but it's not a weapon item. This is a survival item. But yeah, so both these are essentially just like the survivable items are just buffed a little bit. Bug fixes, all right. Okay, so this is back into vanilla Overwatch, so let's not care about some of these things that aren't stadium related. Fixed an issue where Mercy's resurrect animation did not stop after the ability was canceled. Okay. All right, back to stadium. Fixed a bug where aim assist was inconsistent when using third-person view. Interesting. Fixed an issue where the reset build button in Stadium did not properly clear all previous values. Yeah, I noticed this in testing. Sometimes I'd like do some crazy Lucio build and reset, and I thought I found some game-breaking bug when actually it was just the inherited values from my pre-reset setup. Ash, fixed an issue with Ash's Iron Sight mods. It is now enabled again. Diva, fixed an issue where Diva's Junker Whatchamajig mod granted 25 ult charge every time she used Call Mech. That tracks, I guess. May fixed an issue that prevented May's passive ammo regeneration while in Cryo Freeze when the Commander's Clip mod was equipped. Oh, that's cool. Mercy fixed an issue with the Ambulance power where it did not count as ability healing for items like Biotech Maximizer and Catalytic Crystal. Yeah, are you fixing Catalytic Crystal? It doesn't work anyways. Blizzard, please. It doesn't work for healing. You seriously can't know that, right? But yeah, I mean, I feel like the fact that Ambulance wasn't being affected by some of these items, yeah, no, that's no good. All right, Solider 76. Fixed an issue where soldiers' hunker down and double helix powers triggered ability gains from Ironclast exhaust ports and hard light accelerator multiple times from a single use. I gotta send this to Boshek. He's gonna be unhappy. Fixed an issue where soldiers' chain gun power had increased recoil under high latency conditions. Right. Zenyatta fixed an issue where Zenyatta's Salvage Slugs mod did not restore. What? I'm pretty sure it did, but maybe this is like a specific case. Dude, they don't even know that Catalytic Crystal doesn't work. Okay, hold on. How did they fix a bug with Catalytic Crystal and confirm that it was fixed if it doesn't work to begin with? It's almost like they changed the code and were like, yeah, that should do it, and they didn't test it. Literally, just test your fixes, bro. Unless they actually did fix Catalytic Crystal. Like, sort of on accident or whatever. I'm hoping that's true. Because all of us healers would love if Catalytic Crystal worked. Alright, that's the end of the list. We did it. Holy shit. God damn, that was a lot. I need to eat dinner. Well, I hope you all have a good night. I think we've finally dwindled down to 2 viewers. So if you're still here, Mozzie, obviously you're one of them. But maybe I'm the other one, actually. But yeah, Mozzie, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I'd like to review these patch notes when they come out. And I think it's a nice little exercise, and I like to be part of the hype of people analyzing it. So it'd be nice to just make it a recurring thing. Yeah, they didn't talk about it. So I'm assuming Catalytic Crystal isn't fixed. But, you gotta hope. You gotta believe in something, All right, Mozzie, you have a good night. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Guess I'm gonna go eat something. All right, bye bye.